Check, 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 check. Hello, children. Utah checking in. Andy looks more black than DJ in the pic. Okay. All right.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
What's that mean? That sounds racist. You guys going to start the show off with some racism against me?
Yeah. Oh, man. We got X live. X is rolling. Hello, X. Oh, man.
Several from Utah.
Mm-hmm.
Day 70 of 75.
Hang on 1 second. I gotta post my post workout pic here.
Oh, yeah, that's mandatory.
This is fucking oh shit.
Uh-oh. Was it a good one?
No, I fucked it up.
Uh-oh.
Fuck it. I'll just post that for the show. Guys, you disrupted my day. What the fuck? All right, hang on 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Before the camera goes on the special guest, you guys can drop some guesses, some educated guesses.
Somebody already put it in there. I don't know if I was on the
got
camera already. Yeah, somebody threw it up there.
DJ, you're supposed to hold the show over while I do this.
I'm doing it. Yeah, no, they're guessing right now. I was letting them guess. Yeah, what you got? There we go. All right. Chuck Norris. It is Chuck Norris on the show today. 3D printed parts. Dude, we got to get him on the show.
Yeah, I like that guy.
We do got to get him on the show.
Yeah, he's got a lot of shit to say. Good stuff.
Drewski. Yeah. Drewski would be funny. What'd he say? DJ's dad? Maybe.
You think we could fucking we can hunt him down?
Yeah, maybe. DJ's dad is wild. See, they're out of control. They're out of control.
Yes, they are.
They need to be stopped. They need to be stopped. Hope everybody had a good weekend, though. Somebody said BB. Oh, bro. Okay, Gabe, stop it. That's not okay. Too soon.
All right, almost.
Who's Davis Clark? Who's that? From those biceps, it's John Cena. All right. All right.
I'd say that's a fucking
That's a
compliment.
for sure. That's a compliment. For sure.
But can you really see John Cena's
Yeah, you wouldn't
biceps?
see him if that was the case. His voice is familiar. Okay.
All right. Got it.
Palm Beach Pete, bro. We might need to get him on the show for real.
Huh?
Palm Beach Pete.
Oh, that big guy?
No. He looks just like Epstein.
Oh, yeah.
Like identical.
Hey, are we ready?
It's almost scary.
Yeah. All right, let's hit it, man.
What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to motherfucking reality. Guys, today, you know what time it is. We have Andy and DJ.
Cruise the motherfucking internet.
And that's what we're going to do. That's what CTI stands for. It stands for Cruise the Internet. We put topics on the screen. We speculate as to what's going on. We have a couple laughs, and then we talk about how we, the people, have to solve these problems going on in society. If you're unfamiliar with the show, we have shows within the show. All right? If you tune in on Mondays, like this morning, you're going to get Q&AF. That's where you submit questions, and we give you the answers. Now, typically, these questions are about entrepreneurship, business, personal development. I happen to be a little bit of an entrepreneur. I know a few things, and this is your chance to ask questions and get them answered. How can you have your questions answered on the show, DJ?
Yeah, guys, you can email these questions to askandy@andyfrisella.com. You can click the link in the description below for a chance to submit them there, or drop them in the comment section of the Q&AF videos live on Tube.
Other times, we're going to have real talk. Real talk's 5-20 minutes of me giving you some real talk. And then we're going to have 75 hard verses. That's where people who've completed the 75 hard program come on the show. They talk about how they were before, how they are now, and how they use the 75 hard program to reclaim their lives. If you're unfamiliar with 75 hard, it is the initial phase of the Live Hard program, which can be found in its entirety for free at episode 208. The Live Hard program is the world's most famous mental transformation program, and it is free. So you can get episode 208 on the audio feed only. There's also a book. The book is called The Book on Mental Toughness. You get that at andyfrisella.com. It includes the entire Live Hard program. It is not free, but it has a whole bunch of other chapters on mental toughness, why it's important, how to cultivate, how to use it in your life. With that being said, guys, you know, one thing about our show that makes us different, we don't run ads on the show. We're the biggest show in the world that doesn't run ads. I do that because I don't want you guys questioning if I'm getting paid to say what I'm saying. So in exchange for that, we just ask very simply to help us grow the show. Our show only grows if you guys share it. So don't be a hoe.
Share the show.
All right. Well, we do have a special guest that I've been looking forward to having on the show for a very long time. And so have you guys. You guys ask a lot about having him on. Mr. Chad Bianco. What's happening, brother?
I'm doing great. I'm super excited to be here.
Dude.
This was amazing. Just to start with, I said it already a little bit, but you've done a great thing here. Great thing. I'm overly impressed. I kind of knew anything, or at least an idea of what you did, and I've heard your story and everything. But until you walk around this place, you don't really understand it, and it brings a whole new, different perspective.
Thank you, bro.
Amazing.
We're fortunate to have what I believe are the best people in the entire world in these two buildings here, and I count my blessings every day getting to come here and go to battle with these guys. It's awesome, man.
Good stuff.
I appreciate that.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
great
like
to have you.
I feel like I got to say this to get us started. You have arguably the best mustache I think I've ever seen.
That's a good one.
Like, dude, like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's a
It's
good
pretty,
one.
it's pretty solid, man. I'm like, dude, I could do that. You know?
Yeah.
I could do it.
Yeah.
You think?
You should.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got to
I can do
rock
it.
full handles if you're going to do it, though.
That's what I'm saying, though. But like,
Yeah. Bro, there ain't nothing more badass than a black dude with handlebars. That shit
but
looks
see, that's
fucking
the
hard.
thing. It's like a unicorn, dude. I've
Yeah, I
never
know.
seen that.
Yeah, that's
in
why.
the real
That's
world.
why when you see it, you're like,
Yeah,
That's it. That's it.
That's right, dude. The mustache is glorious. Like I'm a hair product guy. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important.
Yeah.
What's the regimen? If we just a couple of like, just enlighten me, please. 'Cause
Scissors.
Yeah,
Scissors.
That's it.
You just hand trim that?
Yeah.
Man.
bro, it's years and years and years of meticulous
Yeah.
trimming.
Yeah. So it's-
Ask me how I know.
Dude, Chad, the first time I've seen you, Sheriff, bro, I said, dude, I looked at this picture. I said, you've had to have like kicked a lot of ass. Because I don't feel like anybody's allowed to even have that type of mustache unless like they done did a thing or two. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro, Chad,
It's a fun career.
bro,
It might not be as fun as what it used to be.
yeah,
Sheriff Bianco's got that look.
Bro.
He says, "Get on the ground."
bro, it's like we get pulled. You get pulled over by this man right
Get
here.
a fucking ticket.
You're going to jail. You're going, dude. So how long law enforcement career? How long we talking?
I'm in my 33rd year.
Oh man, that's awesome.
That's
Yep.
awesome. All at Riverside.
All of it was at Riverside.
Yeah.
I put myself through a sheriff's academy back in the early 90s. In Southern California anyway. There was no one hiring. So if you wanted to get into it, you did it yourself. So I put myself through an academy, and the day after I graduated, I was hired by Riverside.
Oh, man.
And I've been there ever since.
Bro, Riverside's an awesome place.
Yeah.
It is.
We went out there when you guys did the detail when we went out there.
There's some
by the way,
Riverside
thank you.
deputies, yeah.
But dude, every single person that came through was talking about you. So they love you out there. It's
It-
really, really cool. It
Yeah,
was cool to
I'm
hear.
blessed to be there.
Yeah.
It's a great county. We joke all the time that Riverside is it's an island in California.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
not
The Inland Empire.
Inland Empire.
Yeah.
So you combine Riverside and San Bernardino, the two counties, two large counties.
Yeah.
You know, there's probably 2.5, 3.5, 5 million people, roughly 5
Yeah.
million people between the two counties, and we're an island in California. We're not like the rest.
Yeah, it's
of
like normal.
yeah,
Dude,
it
it
is.
was
It's
normal,
very
man.
much normal.
So let's just before we get into like the show, how'd you get here, man? Like what made you decide, all right, man, somebody's got to do something. I'm going to do it.
It was years. Law enforcement. in the bad public safety side with California started in 2012, and it was really downhill fast for us in the public safety sector. And then I took over as sheriff in 2018, November of 2018. And because of the size, because I was vocal, and then with what happened during COVID and riots and everything else, I had a voice, I had a platform. And so I was using it to fight in Sacramento just for public safety. But then it got to be, it's the lunacy of public safety is taking over everything. Mm-hmm. It's lunacy in schools, building, housing, water, everything. And then it got closer to coming up on a governor election. Thank God we're losing Newsom. Yeah. But I watched all the people signing up to be next, and it's like, we're going to be the same or worse.
Yeah, it's
because
more the
it's
same.
all the same people that put us here in this position to begin with. Just nothing but career politicians or billionaires that want to buy their way in. And I just said, well, it's either. A supervisor told me a long time ago, the first time I promoted, if you don't promote, somebody else is, and you never know who that person's going to be.
Yeah.
And so that's how I looked at it with this. If I don't do it, somebody else is going to do it, and you never know who we're going to get. So it might as well be me.
Dude, we talk about that all the time on the show, that there's an obligation for good people. See, like good people, they don't want power, right? They don't look at things and they say, oh, I want authority and I want recognition and I want power. And they're actually sort of culturally indoctrinated to say, oh, those things are bad. But what you just said is the absolute truth. Mm-hmm. If good people don't step up to do it, the ones that end up doing it are the people that want all that stuff, and they're not on our team.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And I've said over and over and over again, I wish there was a spot that I could get to fix California that wasn't the governor.
Yeah.
Then I wouldn't have to be the governor.
Yeah.
But there is no other spot.
Yeah.
It is the governor's spot.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to be the governor, but I know I have to have that spot to fix California.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
Are you from
really
California?
No, I grew up in Utah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Very small town in Utah. And I moved to California. I was 22. Mm-hmm. Wow. Went there for a California dream, for a better life. Leave the small town, go to California, make something for yourself.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love California. California is my home.
Dude, it's beautiful.
California is a beautiful place.
It's beautiful.
Man. We joke about it a lot. Like I always tell people, like I don't go there, and like I won't go there just
California.
Yeah, like
I mean, we don't say that on the show. No,
Sure you don't.
Yeah, but I do love California, and it is a shame the way that it's been run.
Yeah.
And it's really hard for me to understand. Is this all people just buying into like identity politics, woke shit, and like not realizing like what's causing the damage? Or because like, dude, when I go out there, man, and I'll talk to people, like random people. I'm not just talking about people I know. I'm talking about like, we'll be walking up the street and I'll fucking, just talk to whoever. And I'm like, hey, what do you think of this or that?
he might have a man bun, but we'll talk to him.
Yeah, but dude, everybody hates Newsom.
Yeah.
Everybody. And it's like, dude, why do you guys keep voting for this shit?
I know.
And they're like, I didn't vote for it. I didn't vote for it. And dude, I want to ask you this. So like, do you think this is a product of the people's will, or do you think this is a product of the elections consistently being leveraged for their benefit?
I think it's probably both. But the biggest thing that we're finding, and you just have to go off of math. All you got to do is look at the math.
Yeah.
Every election, between 40 and 60% of the people don't vote.
Yeah.
So it's the same 40 to 60% that are.
Yeah.
And so the apathetic non-voters, the ones that just, worry about yourself, I'll just keep working hard and I'll be fine. It doesn't affect me. But now it's affecting everybody.
Yeah. It's hard to want to vote when it's so demoralizing, dude.
Yeah.
It is, and I think it's probably psychological that's happened over several decades to just you believe that your vote doesn't count.
Yeah.
And so you just don't vote.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, dude, if we go back through history, that's how communism has always taken place.
Yeah.
It's always come in through the vote because they demoralize voters to not even show up.
Yeah.
And then that's how they get into
And
power.
then the ones that vote want free stuff.
Yeah.
They don't want to work for anything.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like,
Oh,
do you want to
vote?
Do you want to vote for the guy that's going to make you work for something, or do you want to vote for the guy that's going to give you free stuff?
Brother, you're speaking my language. I spent a whole career. You know how much money I could have made? Because, like, dude, I've been at the top of the personal development game for a long time. You know how much money I could have made, like, selling these people quick fixes and easy shit? Instead, I go out and I'm like, hey, motherfucker, you got to fucking work, dude. This is hard. And
I ain't buying that.
Yeah, like, dude, it's not an easy thing to sell. It's not an easy thing to sell. And you're right, man. People, we're going to talk about no kings, right? I got lots
Absolutely.
to say. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But dude, sum this up, man. It's super refreshing. First of all, I want to thank you for what you did for COVID. Okay. DJ and I, Ian Smith, a few other select people were really on top of COVID hard. And you were the first law enforcement official in the whole country that step up and say, hey, I'm not enforcing these things.
Yeah.
I'm not with this. This is not freedom. It's not right. And I think that truly set the tide for the rest of the law enforcement to feel okay. Because then we had some guys in Florida, then we had some guys out here, then it started to spread. And all we needed was that one thing. And, I'll never forget that, man, because that was a very stressful time in my life. And, as you know, when you're standing up against like everything and everybody believes it, it's not fun. Yeah. And then part of you is like, am I wrong?
Yeah, right.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, at that time, then you have to think about it.
Yeah.
And you start getting the haters.
Yeah.
I mean, immediately and it was vitriol hate. It wasn't just, we don't like you.
Oh, no, it was, dude, you deserve to die.
Oh, yeah.
You're killing my grandma.
The
right.
blood on your hands and all of
Yeah.
those things. And then, you have to think about it. It's like, oh my God, what if I am wrong?
Yeah.
And it's like, well,
I thought about that a lot. Cause dude, I want to fucking save people, bro. Like when they're all getting this vaccine and I'm like, dude, like I'm like living in this twilight zone. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And then I'm like, shit, well, what if they're right and I'm wrong? And my mind just kept telling me and my gut kept telling me, dude, this is not right. Cause as you know, we're both old enough to have lived through other pandemics. These younger people, that was their first pandemic. Mm-hmm. They never shut the fucking world down in previous years for pandemics and shit, bro. You put the old people and you kept them safe and everybody else washed their hands and took precautions and that was it.
Yeah.
It was just
don't sneeze on nobody. Like it was simple rules. Like don't sneeze on nobody.
And that's what I said.
Yeah.
I said, we're adults. I believe in Riverside County, we can all be adults.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Care about your neighbors.
Yeah.
They might not think like you, so just give them a little courtesy.
Yeah.
You can be an adult.
Well, dude, you made a big impact during that time, and I'll never forget it, and I appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
So real quick right before I do want to ask this too. So you're running for California governor. How has the race been so far?
It's been good. The support that we've gotten across the state is overwhelming, and it truly is a grassroots just swell of people saying we've had enough.
Yeah.
And I think that I don't want to say it's Chad Bianco. It's the whole thing. It's the Sheriff Chad Bianco thing. So I've always said that we don't trust politicians. It's something like 13% trust rate is what politicians have. It's like it might as well be zero.
Yeah.
And so I think people, especially today, with misinformation and just straight up lies, they're just looking for someone to actually that they can trust. Mm-hmm. I want to trust somebody. I want to believe somebody.
Yeah.
And there's nobody that they can put their faith in. And in I guess deep down, you want to believe, and everybody doesn't believe this, but that cops are good and our sheriffs are good. We're electing this guy to do good for us. He's doing a great job. We can trust that the sheriff is doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And I think that appeal is adding to what California is experiencing right now of just complete failure. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, oh wait, we're the worst in crime. We're the worst in corruption. And it's like, wait, but we got a sheriff over here. Hey, let's vote for that guy. Let's put that guy in, and he can fix it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I also think that honestly, I think a big problem with the politicians, especially, is that 10 years ago, 12 years, not even that long ago, 10 years ago. Okay, we're not talking about 30 years ago. We're talking about 2016, 2015. When a politician came out to do a presser, there was communication that was happening. And I think one of the things that you do extremely well that I think makes you trustworthy is how you handle those pressers. Mm-hmm. You come out, you communicate clearly, you say the good, you say the bad, you say how we're going to handle the bad, and that's it. Mm-hmm. And we don't have that at any level of government, really anywhere anymore. It's been totally abandoned. And we talked about this on the last show. If you watch and you watch Trump try to communicate, and it's always these jokes and these snippy things and all these things.
Or Truth Social posts.
Yeah, it's not correct communication. And then you watch Pete Hegseth come out and he's like, boom, 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 boom. This is what we're going to do. And you know what? Even if you don't agree with it, you're like, well, fuck, at least he told us something.
At least somebody's talking to us.
Yeah. So like, I really think, dude, listen, I'm rooting for you, man. I
think we're going to do it. I think
I hope
California's ready finally.
Bro, if you win, I might buy a spot out there. I'm not even playing.
Very good.
Yeah, because I love California. I just cannot stand
Yeah.
what they do to like with the taxes and shit. Bro.
Yeah, everything about California is great, no
Yeah.
matter what. The geography, the
Yeah.
ocean, the food, the people,
Yeah.
the businesses, everything about California is great. It's the politics that kill it.
Yeah.
The politics, the taxes, and the regulation.
They take
is
a
why
beautiful
people are leaving.
thing and just muddy it up, dude.
Yeah, I learned through this, and I'll admit that I wasn't really paying attention, didn't even care to even look into it. But as long as I've been in California, I've heard of the sunshine tax, and I didn't really know what it was. It's like, well, it's a tax on something. I don't know what it is, but whatever. But then I realized doing this, the sunshine tax in California is what's it worth for you to live here?
Right.
What is California worth? How much can we take from you?
Yeah.
And how much can we keep you down? And you're still going to want to stay in California.
Right.
And I think that the answer to that question was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was like we found what it was worth, and it was 2 years ago because we're done.
Yeah. Yeah, you saw that mass exodus.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, dude? How can Newsom stand up in front of national TV and act like that's not even a real thing happening?
Yeah, and
You've
then just
seen his
lie about
interviews.
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
nobody's leaving.
Oh, we got the third biggest economy in the world. And that's a fact.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you can always tell when Newsom's lying because he always says that's a fact right afterwards.
That's
Yeah.
fucking bullshit. Is what that is, dog.
Yeah. And his best is hard stop. If he says hard stop, everything he said for the last minute and a half was all a lie.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
Dude, I love it, man.
If you were to, I truly, if you were to Google sleazy politician,
He pops up.
oh, and him and Lindsey Graham right next to
Yeah,
each
yeah.
other.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
holding hands. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm rooting for you too, man.
yeah, I am too.
I really, so,
We're gonna make it happen. We'll
yeah.
bring you out there.
Well, dude, if Andy's getting a house, I was gonna say, like, could I like probably open like a hospice center or something? Or,
Those might not.
daycares.
Those might not be.
daycares, yeah.
We
Those
want
might not be as profitable once I win.
Yeah, we want to get in on that daycare.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Come on, man.
Dude, no, I do love Cali, man. The people,
Yeah.
Riverside, dude, was awesome. The
Yeah,
people there were absolutely amazing, and I know they're behind you, dude.
I've
so
done
that's awesome.
hundreds of events, probably thousands of events. The people at Riverside were some of the best I've ever met. They were all different kinds, all different people. You know what I really liked about it, dude, was that it was like what I think of when I think of like what America's supposed to look like, because it's all different types of people, but they all believe in America, and they're grateful for it, and they love being here. And dude, that's what the fuck America's about.
It was
bro.
refreshing, dude. I'd say it was definitely refreshing. I remember our first time we went to Cali together. I think it was like
That wasn't as nice.
that was not. It was, but that was also L.A. and it was just different. You know, it was just different. But I was really impressed. I was very refreshed from from the people of Riverside. So
It's very patriotic.
Yes.
So,
They're
and
very
I was
proud
not
to be
prepared for
Americans.
it. I was not prepared for that, dude. At first, honestly, I was a little nervous, man. I'm like, all right, so we're about to go stand at a 7-Eleven for 4 hours in California. We done talked all this shit. Like, I'm like, dude, the people were amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing, dude. So yeah, man, we're all rooting for you.
Yeah, we are.
Let's do some cruising.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll do a little Q&A with the chat for Sheriff here as we get going. So you guys be patient for that.
Yeah, it's coming, man. Well, let's get into it, man. Guys, remember, if you would like to see any of these pictures, articles, links, videos, go to andyfrisella.com. You guys can check them, link there for you. Thus being stated, headline 1. Let's dive into it. We got no kings. Got to talk about it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we got no kings, dude. No kings. Headline reads, communists. Democrats use hashtag no kings rally to call for May Day strike. Shut it down. So this was another Soros pushed backed U.S. tax dollar paid for protest going around the country, and it was kind of everywhere. I mean, every place pretty much had something happening. Excuse me, St. Paul, Minnesota. From Times Square to here in Minnesota state capitol, communist and socialist activists at the nationwide No Kings protest escalated their anti-America campaign and openly called for a nationwide economic strike on May 1st, an international communist holiday known as May Day as key Democratic activists joined their call.
So they're not going to spend our tax dollars on May 1st.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Okay, cool.
That's right. That'd be great.
Yeah. All right.
It'd be great.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
Yeah, maybe we can spin it that way.
Yeah.
You're not going to get any of your benefits for the day.
Hey, man, that's what it is.
Yeah, freeze on everything.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. I mean, what are they buying? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would they be buying anyway? They're not
They
buying
don't believe in
deodorant.
capitalism.
They're not buying deodorant. I mean,
They don't buy anything. They
maybe
want
hair
everything
dye. Hair
Listen,
dye.
man.
That's about it.
They want things for free.
That's right,
They don't buy shit anyway.
dude. It's crazy, but I mean, everywhere. New York had it. I got a clip here. Let's check this out.
Working class revolution!
That's unbelievable.
Solution. There is only one solution. Communist revolution. Communist revolution. There is only one solution.
There is only one solution!
Now, I personally, and I'm gonna poll you guys. All right, Andy, Chad. Personally, I feel like if I were president, okay, it would be illegal. I don't care if you're an American citizen. I don't care who you are. If you wave a communist flag in this country, straight to jail. Straight to jail.
I mean, nothing screams freedom like authoritarianism. So much freedom of speech.
Nothing says no King's Day like a
like a
good
roundup.
communism rally.
Yeah. Yeah, this is insane, dude. And what's insane about this is how fucking stupid these people actually are. Not a single one of those people understands what communism actually is and what happens to them if communism actually were to materialize. Yeah. Do you think any of those people can work? Do you think any of those people have skills? Do you think any of those people contribute to society in a meaningful way? Fuck no. Okay, you know what communists do with people like that? They kill them immediately. Immediately. They call them the useful idiots. They use them to get in power, and then once they're in power, they eliminate them.
Yeah.
So,
Because this is really their life. And what they don't understand is they can sit here and protest something they don't even know anything about. Then communism's going to take over. And because they're the little protesters and they don't work anyway, they're going to go out and think they can do it again.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll get gunned down in the streets.
Yep.
yeah. I mean, dude, this is what happens over and over. It's just a complete ignorance of really reality.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's gone on for such a long time. And when you try and figure out why, you got to try and figure out how did we get here? Why? You're talking about how stupid that is to sit here in the United States of America and say we want communism.
Yeah.
But you have to think of how did it get here and how could that possibly have happened? So you have to research history.
Oh, yeah.
And then you realize that in the early 1900s, this movement of communism into the U.S. it had to be infiltrated. It wasn't, we can't just come in and take them over.
No.
You have to take over their education system, their medical system, all of those different things. And they've done it.
Yeah.
And then they get brainwashed. The sad part is probably most of those people there are college degrees.
Yeah.
Well, that's where they got it
in
from.
who knows what.
Yeah.
But then they got that ideological
Yeah.
trash
Yeah.
that they now believe.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like,
I don't know. Like, I don't know. To your point, DJ, like, communism is such a dangerous concept and it's such a deadly concept.
it's killed more people than literally
It's killed
everything else combined.
it's killed more people than everything.
Everything.
Plague,
War,
every war,
yeah.
everything. the
And here we are in Times Square.
yeah.
Yeah, arguably one of our greatest cities, or used to be.
How do you fix that?
Yeah.
Because clearly, and dude, these people, and what's interesting is that none of these people are equipped for violence, yet they all call for violence.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I think that's what's going to be the breaking point. I mean, I would never call for a revolution
Yeah.
or anything like that. And I think that our system was set up that we just vote people out when we're sick of them, hopefully. But you look at that. As soon as the violence comes to that crowd, they would be laying on the floor,
Crying.
curled up in a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crying.
Well, we've
And
seen
crying
it.
for the police to come help them.
Dude, they do that now. I mean, how many of these Antifa protests have we seen where one of the, Antifa people finds out what it's all about, and they're on the ground crying, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Somebody call the police.
Fuck, dude, I just saw you throw a rock at that cop's head.
That's right. That's right.
You just did that.
Call the police.
Yeah, it's insane, dude.
I want a female officer.
And you're
Sir,
right.
No.
You're right, dude. It's not an actual physical formidable opponent.
Yeah, no.
But the ideology is a real dangerous because how many of these people have kids? How many of these people are spreading this, right? And it wasn't like this was just in New York. This was a lot of places.
A lot of places.
And
dude.
now I will say, not all the places were total communists, but I mean, it was everywhere.
Enough of them, dude. Enough of them. And the other thought too, it's like, genuine, like what percentage of this crowd genuinely wants and are believing of that, and versus the amount that are there because they got paid $20 an hour to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole nother aspect to it. But some of the other they've had some notable characters show up for these things. A lot of Hollywood jumped in on it.
Yeah,
that came in to support it.
Oh, Robert De Niro.
Yeah,
the usual cast
Shocking.
of characters. Yeah.
The usual cast of irrelevant retards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say this all the time, and I like some of their movies and everything else, but they're every single one of them is just a modern day jester. It's I just want you to entertain me.
Yeah.
You're a good entertainer. Go back to entertaining me.
Yeah.
I don't care about your opinions.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have this platform to try and influence all these other people because everything you do on screen is all fake. You're a good actor.
That'd be like me going to the Screen Actors Guild and giving a fucking talk about acting. They don't know what they're talking about. And it sucks, dude, to see De Niro because, like, I love De Niro's movies.
I know.
like 'em.
Every one of them.
They're all good.
Yeah.
but that to your point,
He's the most obnoxious dude in real life, though.
Is he?
Oh my god, dude. The most obnoxious. He gets bullied in his own fucking neighborhood. He lives in Tribeca in New York. He gets bullied in his own neighborhood.
Dude, it's just like, but it's important to remember, like, these people are actors. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like they can play a big, bad, tough character. That does not mean that their actual core values are truly aligned.
Well, I think he might have. I think he thinks he's a real gangster.
I think he does too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he does too.
Yeah.
One person that kind of shocked me. This was like a childhood hero of mine. I know I'm a little younger than you guys. Bill Nye the Science Guy, dude.
What?
Bill Nye.
Is he a communist?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And like it's so crazy, dude, because like I looked forward to those days in school.
Yeah.
Like we had a sub and they roll that TV in on the cart and they play fucking Bill Nye, bro. Like Bill. Like that was my shit. And this dude's
That's where you learned all your science. Huh?
that's where I learned my science, dude.
This is him here.
Extraordinary times require extraordinary actions, and we are living at a very unusual and troubling times.
Well,
What this administration is doing is exploiting not really loopholes, but violating traditions or ignoring traditions, and taking advantage of things that are in the laws that were never intended to be used this way. Not in, as we say, not in the spirit of the game. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is where my problem with everything about this is. I'm so sick of being lied to.
Yeah.
These people, what he just said there really said absolutely nothing.
No.
But then people got off and was like, oh yeah, Bill Nye said it.
Bill
so
Nye,
He must be correct. But he said absolutely nothing. And then they get up at the whole idea of the No Kings movement anyway. You're protesting kings. If we had a king, we're just talking about it, you'd be dead already. You wouldn't be allowed to be out here protesting.
not only that, dude. No kings, no kings, no kings. Give me my free government shit.
King.
King, King, may I please have some more free shit? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, am I the only person that sees the hypocrisy in that?
Dude. Well, here's the good thing. I mean, maybe not a
Don't
good
remember the last time they did this, the government was shut down right afterwards.
thing. Yeah.
And then they didn't get their shit. This was like the beginning of November, and they all freaked out. Like the next week after No Kings,
Yeah.
right?
King Trump, can we please open up the government again? Like,
May I please have some more porridge?
yeah, it's so crazy. But this thing, like, this resurgence of communism, though, it's not just here in America. They got it going on up in Canada too. Did you guys see the Progressive Political Parties conference up in Canada?
No.
Oh, all right. Chat. Full disclaimer: be prepared.
Minority groups got equity cards, huh?
to cut the line. All right.
What?
Yeah. So if you had the equity card, you get to cut the line that you're in. right? But if somebody
Like any line?
yeah, any of the lines in the meeting they had,
Oh.
yeah, these comrades.
What about this card? What's this give me?
Not as much as the other one.
This is my white privilege card.
Yeah,
Do I get to cut the line?
lines of cocaine.
This
That's
has-
all you can
this
cut
ha-
with that
this
right
ha-
there.
This has other benefits.
That's right. That's right. But dude, you might lose some brain cells watching this clip. But this just goes to show, like, these are the people who truly believe in these values, these communistic ideals.
Your people.
Not my people. Check this out.
Thank you, Delegate.
Oh.
There's a point of privilege on microphone 1, then we'll go to microphone 3. Go ahead, Delegate.
Yes. Hello. I
Why are there
was standing
microphones
here
for
with
her?
my gender equity card before you called on the previous speaker. That's my point of privilege that I would like to raise.
I will explain the speaking order, which is fixed, that I cannot amend, which is the pro-con rotation. You can move yourself up a line that you're standing in.
I am pro, and I was.
We went,
You went pro, con.
we went pro-con, pro, and my plan was to go con. The speaker at con mic 3 also has a speaking card.
Yesterday, this card was used in an inappropriate manner. And while I understand in Ontario we note this as equity, even if that, this was also used inappropriately in terms of gender. I want everyone to be mindful that these cards for individuals like myself who identify as a Black woman have no value outside of this space.
No shit. No shit. Kind of like everything else you believe in.
That's right. That's right. Oh, dude.
Dude, you know what, man?
It's rough.
You know, you can understand why these younger people think this is a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, they've been
That makes
lied
them
to
feel
for
good,
20
dude.
years. They've been told that the world's going to just open up and give them everything they want. They've been told that they don't have to compete because they're special and they're delicate little flowers. And, you know, all you got to do is show up and try your best, and the world will give you everything you want. And they teach them all these things about the world that aren't true for 20 years. And then they put them out in the world and they're like, whoa, this is not what they told me, which makes them say, this is all fucked up. We need to fix it. Right. And they've been indoctrinated to do exactly what's happening right now.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Your feelings matter. Everybody gets a trophy.
Yeah.
You don't have to win, but as long as you tried, then you win.
Yeah.
And now, in adulthood, reality slapping him in the face.
That's right.
And they can't figure it out.
Yeah. So it makes sense, right? Like, it makes sense to me why they believe this, but like, I don't know how you fix it. I don't know how you fix it.
Yeah.
I will say, I'll just give you a glimmer of hope. We hire young. We hire at 18
Yeah.
for our agency. And I will tell you that what we have noticed in the last several years, the 25, roughly around 25 years of age and younger, far more conservative than anyone. Like probably even than my generation.
Yeah. They're tired of it.
So I think what has been pushed down onto them, they all figured it out. And I think it was probably COVID that did it.
Yeah.
Is they all realized they're in school, they're in high school. Those kids were in high school. Their high school years got ruined. Then they go further, and then the protests ruined their college career and their college lives. And now they're like, wait a minute, we've been lied to all along.
Yeah.
And so now they've become just very, very conservative. So I think we're going to eventually switch back that direction anyway. But I wish it would be faster.
I think our problem is going to be controlling the pendulum from going too far.
At which we really have to.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, we get it very conservative. We get it back to the middle.
Yeah.
But the pendulum's supposed to just like swing at the bottom, not these big.
Yeah.
Massive.
And
Huge
the problem is, you know, I think everybody who's upset right now, you have a right to be very upset. But I also think it's very important to remember the ideals of what this country's supposed to stand for and not let it get so extreme that the I guess the Americans, the pro-Americans, turn out to be like these people on the other side and fucking exterminate them.
What did all
Because like, dude, that's what happens too.
Yeah.
Like, history swings back and forth and you get these big swings and eventually someone catches it and they kill the entire other side. And I mean, you know, I don't want to see that. I don't think anybody wants to see that.
No.
You know?
Especially here. I mean, you wouldn't think that in our country, you would think that nothing like that could ever be possible.
Yeah. Dude, totally, man. I also think, to your point, I think I think you are right. I think there's like an age bubble there. It's like 25 to like 33 or so, maybe 30 are like these. They're more like this, and then everybody outside that bubble is like, dude, we're totally tired of this shit.
Well, we saw them all cut their dicks off. I mean, that might have had something to do. I don't want to do that, dog.
Yeah.
Like, wait, I got to do that to believe this?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Well, yeah.
It's quite discouraging.
Yeah, you can take this down a whole path into a big old rabbit hole with stuff like that. But one of the pictures that was back there about the communism thing, about when we were talking about they just roll over and cry. The toxic masculinity thing, the moving away of toxic masculinity and all of that stuff, that's somehow bad.
Yeah.
That made us this country great.
Yeah.
I mean, you may not like it, but that's what made this country
it's
great.
Required. It's a requirement for civilized society.
Yeah.
You have to have masculine.
Men.
That's right.
And then you talk about why don't we have men? Now you have men that are trying to be women and everything else. There's testosterone levels have purposely been
That's right.
almost eliminated.
Yeah.
Where young kids now have the same average testosterone that 40 years ago a 60-year-old man
That's
had.
correct.
And and then you wonder why we're in this position of just followers of people that are being told what to do and they just say okay. And
Well, and then you look at the action stars in the movies from our era, right? Who were they? Jean-Claude Van Damme, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone. You know, you could go on and on and on down the list. And now
Tom Cruise. That's all we
No, I like Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise makes some good movies.
No, he's decent.
But the guys that they're putting in these roles now are like, what's that one dude's name who plays the Hulk?
Oh, Rufio. Yeah, Rufio.
Mark Communist Ruffalo, right? It's like, dude, we got all these weak men like portraying it's like, you could see it's intentional, but if you were 20, you wouldn't be able to see it because you didn't see it before.
Yeah.
Right. So it's super interesting, but you know, yeah, lady, I'm shocked that your card doesn't work outside.
It didn't work in Target. I'm guessing it didn't work in Target.
This doesn't work in the real world.
And you look at the look on her face. I think she tried to take it somewhere else.
Oh,
and it
she
didn't
tried.
work for her.
No, she tried. She for sure. Now, I don't know where I'm sure the chat could have some guesses of where she tried to use that card at,
but the thing that threw me off is she said she identifies as a black female.
Yeah, you don't say.
But
what gave it away?
But it makes you wonder though. I mean, what is it for? Is that a dude? I don't know.
Yeah, dude. Look, man.
I mean,
I'm so glad that where we are culturally right now is like able to look at those people and laugh at them. Right? Like that was the one thing I couldn't stand about the woke shit.
Yeah, don't laugh.
I'm like, dude, I cannot deal with this. You guys are insane. You're talking crazy shit. It's never going to get accepted. And now it's a joke, right? Like now here it's a joke, but apparently up there they're not joking.
They're not joking up there. No.
Yeah, I think the insanity, because it's insane.
Yeah.
And then
we need
the
insane
complete
asylums.
lack of common sense is just disappeared. It's rare to get into a conversation, especially if you're going to talk about government and people making decisions and everything else, where common sense is actually being used.
Yeah.
Dude, that's not just for these people. That's for any people.
Everywhere.
Everybody's been
That's
so
everywhere.
radicalized that like you can't have a reasonable point of view.
Yeah.
Like any reasonable point of view is attacked from both sides, which actually I think tells you you're probably in the right spot. You know.
Yeah. Now, Sheriff, you guys, we were talking a little bit earlier about the state of California, how it's looking, where it's at. I did find this new report came out today about a mass exodus from Los Angeles, and they actually included. Have you seen this yet? Okay,
I saw it this morning.
Okay, so they actually put in here. So not only are people leaving, not everybody's just purely leaving California. They're leaving some of the really bad spots, I guess you would call it politically. But they do address that there's a massive resurgence of Riverside and San Bernardino. That is, the population's rising, right? What do you think that is? Why do you think that is?
I think it's what I kind of mentioned earlier, where we're a little island that we don't even our government isn't like California government. My government, my county government, there, and then I have 17 contract cities that I deal with, so I deal with city councils. Nobody cares if they're Republicans or Democrats. And for those kind of races, you don't run as a Democrat or a Republican. You just get elected and you go in. But I can tell you that politics has never come into play. Everybody's doing the right thing for the residents that voted them in there. And I think it's unique. There's other places in the state too. It's not just Riverside and San Bernardino. There are some fantastic places in the state. And if you look at, like, after the last election, the majority of the state is red. Yeah. It's just the big, the monster cities, Los Angeles.
9.7 million people.
Yeah. Those are the blue places. And so they're leaving those places that are being completely destroyed because of politics, and they're going to the places that aren't. And we've really been seeing that since 2020. It was a COVID thing.
When those people come, do they?
That was my next question.
Do they continue to vote the same way they used to?
Some of them no, but I will say what used to be one of our most conservative areas has a lot of blue now. And just the crazy school board members that it's
we're seeing that in Austin,
and
we're seeing that in Nashville.
Yeah, and they're not people that have grown up there.
Yeah, right.
It's all people that recently moved in from wherever it was. They sold their house in LA or the Bay Area and moved to Temecula, because Temecula is almost like the same environment as like wine country. So it's massive wineries and grapes and everything else. So it's people leave where they can't afford in the Bay Area, and look, Temecula looks almost the exact same, but they brought their politics with them.
Now, I know I just left this shitstorm down here.
Why do people do that?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Like, what is that? Like, you leave because you know it's bad there, and then you go somewhere and you take that shit with you and continue to vote for it.
Well, they just didn't do it right at where I was at. They just didn't do it right. Yeah, it was good policy. That's it? I think that has for sure something.
Or do you
to
think
do
it's
with
that their identity is so intertwined with a D or an R that they can't think outside of that label?
Yeah, I think it's that. I think it's just been ingrained into people that if you're a Democrat, you have to hate Republicans.
Yeah,
and it's almost the same way the other way. I've been saying for years, we'll never fix our politics until we do away with political party, and you're going to have to force people to actually research who they're voting for and vote for character.
If you took the R and the D off of ballots and you made the name and then their key issues right below, it would change a lot.
Yeah.
It would change a lot. Yeah. And don't identify if they're Republican or Democrat.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that would change a lot.
Yeah, because you got a lot of people on both sides. They go down the ballot, and it's all D's.
The problem is on the Democrat, they'd be like, free shit.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. It makes it hard.
Yeah. What are you voting for here? Free shit.
Well, this one says free shit. This one says I got to work really hard.
Yeah. It's a story. I don't even know if it's true or if it was just a story, but the high school president running to be the president of the school board or the student body, and won because they said everybody gets free ice cream, and hands down won. It's like, of course you're going to vote for the person
getting
get
free ice cream.
I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not.
No.
Yeah. I'm telling you,
there wasn't anybody to pay for it.
I got taxed for it. It just didn't get there. You know, what's been your position on that? Like, as far as boots on the ground, you've been seeing this stuff. I know Nick Shirley's been pushing some stuff out. California is kind of under the spotlight in that sense. And a lot of the fraud has been getting exposed. We joked about the hospice stuff a little bit earlier, right? Mm-hmm. What's your take? How do you look at that, and how do you fix it?
I think it would be easy to fix. And I say this, people have asked me, how are you going to fix the homeless, all the people stealing all the money for homeless. And it's going to be the same as with these medical problems or the hospice cares or whatever else. We're going to find way more
than
other
just
things.
Hospice, for sure. Yeah.
But so for homeless, every single bit of money that's been given to the homeless industrial complex, the NGOs, the nonprofits, and everything else, you end it. As soon as day one that I get there, I get sworn in, all of that money stops. Within a few days, there's going to be a handful of people that come to you and say, hey, you got to give us our money back. We're going to have to kick these people back out into the street. They're doing so well, everything else. It's like, okay, you get your money back. Mm-hmm. But then The 10,000 that don't come asking for their money back or for more money, those are the ones you go arrest and file on because those are the ones that were stealing it in the first place.
Yeah.
The legitimate ones are very, very few. So that's how you're going to have to stop it. And no matter what, I say this all the time, the best way for you to be a leader, be a coach or be a dad. And you realize that there's personalities and everything else that you have to mold and you have to manage. Everybody is different. But as a dad, if you want productive kids, if you let your kids do whatever they want, they're not going to be productive. They're going to run amok and they're going to be problem children when they get old. You absolutely have to have a consequence. If there is not a consequence for bad behavior, the behavior is never going to change.
That's right.
There has to be arrests. There has to be public arrests with video cameras watching you go into jail and get strip searched and thrown in a jumpsuit and thrown into that cell, or somebody else is going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
But when you do it, you make an example or a dozen examples, and then people are going to say, "Oh man, And then people are going to sit back and say, "Oh my gosh, I guess he was serious, and we can't do that anymore."
Yeah.
And then you're going to stop the behavior.
Yeah.
But otherwise, and especially with money and greed and everything else, people wanting free things or easy money. If you can steal money, steal money. I mean, that's the mentality.
Why do you think that we've had a lack of accountability, like across the country, with these kind of things?
I think it's because there's too much money in government.
Yeah,
there's so much money in government that, like just the California budget is $500 billion. You can't really imagine what $500 billion is. I know, Elon's probably, I don't even know how much he has, but 100 billion maybe.
Yeah.
But when you look at the difference between $1 million and $1 billion, I can imagine $1 million.
Right.
And then you can even think, okay, 10 million, 20 million, that's a lot. That's a lot. But when you get to $1 billion, that's so far away from $1 million that we don't even realize it.
Yeah.
And then when you have these governments, that's why California is so much worse than Minnesota, because we're so much bigger. And who's managing it? Like the legislature in California, there's 120 people and a governor managing all that money, sending all of that money out. Nobody's watching it.
No.
It's a good idea and a social project or a pet project. Give them $1 billion.
And by the way, it's my brother-in-law.
Well,
right.
Then you have that too.
Right. I feel like that's the other piece, right? Because it's like everybody's kind of in on the take. Like we're all playing the same game, so I can't call you out because I'm playing the same fucking game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's what really runs rampant. And it's not unique to California. It's not unique. Like that's every single state. We've had a big problem here, even at the local level, dude. They arrested 5 of our aldermen in an FBI sting, and it made massive.
2-3 years ago?
It was a massive story.
Yeah.
Right? Like our aldermen, who oversee our wards in our local city here, they were doing these backdoor deals and selling gas station plots to, what I'm saying, for like, bro. FBI came in, got them all. Got them all at the same time.
It's because we're not electing people into these positions based on their past, their integrity, their leadership ability. I mean, we don't even pay attention who we're voting for. You either vote for the D or you vote for the R or the last name if it sounds like a last name that you like and you have no idea who you're putting in there.
Contest.
And and then there's you look at the builders or you look at a developer or you look at any other business that wants something from government. If they're going to make $500 million off of a massive, massive project, it's worth it to give $500,000 in a brown paper bag at a meeting in a bar somewhere.
Right.
And that's the type of people that we're electing.
Yeah.
And when you put people in there that don't have character, that don't have the integrity, that are in it for themselves instead of other people, then that's what we're finding. So that's why it's so bad everywhere. And there's so many different arguments. It's like, well, the elected officials, they don't make money, so that's why they steal. No, they're a bad person. That's why they steal.
Yeah.
There's so many excuses.
They shouldn't make money. It's supposed to be service.
Yeah.
Beyond like them living.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also, that's something we've lost, right? That's something that, we talked about this a little bit ago, at the opening of the show. The best and brightest are not the people running for office, right? The best and brightest are in the real world doing the best shit that they can possibly do. And those people have lost that. In America, we used to have almost like a patriotic obligation for people to serve, right? And not just in the military, but like if you're successful in business, you take a few years and you serve, right? In politics. And we're not seeing enough of that. You know what I mean? We're not seeing enough small business guys. We're not seeing enough entrepreneurs, people who can, at the local level, run and take, school boards or county seats or, state government or governor, right? And we got to get that back together too.
Yeah, it has to be that, because when you look at California, the majority of the people that get into these positions have never really had a real job outside of their government positions. So they started as
Hillary
a
Clinton.
staffer,
Yeah.
and then they moved up from staffer to something else, and then they put them in these, maybe a school board position for 2 years so they could run for now city council.
Yeah.
And that's the people that are running our government, instead of, I guess, just how you explained it, qualified people that could have been doing it.
Yeah.
You have to take a hiatus away from building your empire and help
Or
everybody else.
How about all these guys who have exited their businesses in their 40s and 50s? You know what I mean? They're not really doing anything now. Like instead of moving to Florida, maybe take 4 years or something and try to do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say that I think that that's turning around.
Yeah?
I think I see that in city council seats that we have in my county that people are running for, in other local Southern Californians, and that's even what their campaign slogans and their campaign platform is. I'm stopping my business. I was an accountant for 20 years, but now my kids are gone, and now I can do this.
Right.
And so I think it's changing. We have a fantastic assemblyman in California. He's not running again, which was a disappointment to a lot of people, but I'm sure he's probably a billionaire. I don't know how much money he has, but it was exactly for that. He's like, I'll let my business run itself for a little bit because somebody has to go in and do this.
Yeah.
And he did a great job. I mean, he was only in there for a couple of years.
But see, I think that's how it's supposed to be, though.
I think
not supposed to be this like career politician thing. You know what I'm saying? You see a problem, pause your stuff, you go fix the problem. All right, it's fixed. All right, guys. Next, who's up next?
And when you look at how the country was formed, the people that formed our country, that's what they did.
That's how they were.
They
were
were
farmers.
they gave up some of them gave up everything they had to then go form our country, the government that they formed.
Yeah.
And they lost everything. They lost their farms, they lost their wealth.
Yep.
Some of them got killed.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it was I don't know. I'm glad to hear that you feel that's starting to change a little bit.
Yeah.
I do. You can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
That's exactly. I feel like, California specifically, dude, it could be, I feel like that would be the best place to kind of be a leading example for this turn, going back to what America's supposed to be like. I think you have a great opportunity.
I say this all the time in California. We have to fix California so we can fix the rest of the country.
That's right.
Because what happened in California 20 years ago then spread to the rest of the country. It didn't start in New York.
It'll continue to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it didn't start in all of these other places. It started in California and then spread. And
California is such a cultural influence on the United States.
Yeah.
Right? Like when you're from Europe or Asia or the Middle East, they think of two places. They think America is literally New York or Los Angeles.
That's right.
Right?
And nothing in between.
No, which is fine.
Yeah, please don't come here.
Yeah,
We're good.
I like it here in Missouri. But, it makes sense that it was spread that way.
Yeah.
And
I really think that it got so bad now in California. And I think over the last couple of years, I think it was a contest to see who was going to destroy their city first, New York or California, or their state the fastest. And I think New York is winning. They overtook us. But I think California is primed in this coming up election that we can make some massive changes that's going to affect positively the rest of the country.
So Newsom's out.
He's out.
So who else is running?
There's probably 6 or 7 prominent Democrats, and that's their problem right now.
There's too many.
There's too many.
Yeah.
And I think Newsom is going to be the downfall of the Democrat Party in California, because what's supposed to happen, or of any leader, any leader surrounds themselves with people that you get hit by a truck today, you got to have people underneath you that are going to keep it going.
Yeah.
So you're building leaders underneath you to take over. And he didn't, because nobody's as good as Gavin Newsom.
Right.
I mean,
Just ask him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
And so when he's supposed to be molding that next person, he couldn't because he's too worried about himself.
Yeah.
So now that he's leaving, there is no heir apparent in California. So all of these egos jumped in to be the next, to take advantage of a vacuum, really. And now there's just too many.
So how does that work in California? Like, do they allow, like, will they pare that down to where there's only one candidate?
No.
So they're going to split the Democrat vote.
Yeah.
And do you have any other Republicans have mentioned that are running?
2.
Yeah.
So I think there's 60 people total that are running for governor. And probably 15 are Republican. But there's only 2 that anybody even knows.
Yeah.
So and that's why we're at the top of the polls.
Yeah.
Because the Democrats are splitting the rest. And the way California works is it's not a Democrat and a Republican race. It's everybody runs, and then the top 2 people in June go to November. And
could that be like 2 Republicans?
It could be 2 Republicans.
Huh.
And so, I mean, statistically, if you want to look at it right now,
it probably will be.
It's a very good chance. And the Democrats are even, they're completely afraid.
Yeah.
And now even their own strategists and their own like far left media outlets and everything else, they're all warning of it.
Yeah.
That, they were trying right before the filing deadline to get some of the other Democrats to get out.
Yeah.
But their egos are so big.
Yeah.
It's like, I have just as good a chance as you, and I'm better than you. So they all stayed in.
Yeah.
What's that one lady's name? Is it Susan? Susan Collins, I think. We covered her on the show. I think she's California.
No,
she's not?
she's, oh gosh.
Man, where was she?
Not
Because
Alaska.
she's terrible. I think is that her name, Susan Collins?
There is, but that's not California.
Oh no, not this lady. There was you guys. What's the lady out
Katie
there?
Porter.
Katie Porter,
Do we cover her?
as I call Katie Porker.
We covered her?
Yeah.
What'd she do wrong?
Bro, she was the one in that interview. Remember that interview that she did?
Oh, she got mad.
Yeah.
That they were asking
Somebody
her
was in her-
questions.
Yeah.
Well,
how
that
dare
too.
you?
But
Yeah.
then she was in the video where one of her staffers way
she
across
was
in the
talking
back
shit.
walked across
Yeah.
and she yelled at her, "Get out of my shot!"
Yeah.
This
Wow.
lady
She's just
right here.
That
everyone
lady-
knows,
Bro.
and we've known for a long, long, long time. She came to prominence in politics because of a horrible system. Orange County is a very Republican county, very red county, and you have too many Republicans running, and only one Democrat, and then the Democrat wins.
Yeah.
So that's how she
Same-
won her first
the
election.
backwards of what we're talking
Yeah.
about for governor. Got it.
Yeah. But she's horrible.
Well, yeah.
Terrible.
I mean, you can watch 1 or 2 interviews of her and you're like, holy shit.
And why are you asking me that? You're not supposed to be asking me that.
Yeah,
What?
she's very arrogant.
Dude.
She's very socialist.
Yeah.
And she's trying to right now. She's in major damage control because she's not a nice person and everybody knows it.
Yeah.
So now she's trying to
Pretend like she's out petting puppies and shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's trying to be Hillary now.
And-
you got to
Yeah.
give that a couple of years.
And now
Katie.
she's talking about, we have to lower, taxes and we have to do all these things. But when you really get down to it and you listen to all of them talk, when you get them together, they're all fighting for the same base. So they want more taxes. They want more regulation. They want more cap and trade fees and all of this garbage.
Yeah.
And more tax the rich and tax the billionaires and all of that stuff.
Well, that's what you get when you got people running for office to manage $500 billion that have never run a snow cone stand.
yeah.
You know?
And her claim to fame, she's a professor.
Shocking.
Yeah, it's crazy. man.
Yeah. Can they all see this picture on the screen? I don't think I have to say anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
just leave it there for the people.
I
for a
mean,
little
if
bit?
I do, she's going to hear it.
That was a good one. Yeah, that was good. Hell yeah, man. Well, guys, jumping on this conversation down in the comments. Let us know what you guys think. With that being said, let's go cruise the chat. Let's check in with the chat, see how the chat's doing. Chat, you guys still alive? Here we go. Here we go. Julia.
My question for Sheriff Bianco. When we vote you in, are you going to open up investigations against Newsom? I'm in Calimesa, California, and fully support you in winning this and making California great again.
Absolutely. So that, and it kind of went back to what I was saying before. There has to be a consequence.
Yeah.
And my entire existence, my consequence is, are you a good person or are you a bad person? Are you a victim or are you a suspect? And when you're a suspect, your consequence is jail, and we're taking you away from everybody else so you can't victimize us again.
Yes.
And nobody, just because he's the governor,
Yeah.
I guarantee you he's done quite a few things that are not quite
come on,
legal.
man. Yeah.
So the
The
bad
haircut
part,
alone is criminal. all
knowing
right?
knowing that what I've seen in government and some of the bills that they've made into laws, they make it legal for them to do the things they're going to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
the
yeah.
things they do this year, 2 years ago, they made legal, and or they made it to where they can't be prosecuted for
Right.
it.
Right.
So there's, I tell people all the time, if there is a way that we find in an investigation that Newsom needs to be arrested, I'll be the one to put handcuffs on him. I'll still be a cop.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And I'll be the one to put handcuffs on him. But all of the people that benefited from his decisions and the things that he did, they're not exempt.
Yeah.
So all of his friends and
Cronies.
absolutely, they have to be held accountable.
Absolutely.
There's got to be a lot of people
There has to be a
being
statement
arrested.
made.
There does.
Yeah.
And there has to be consequences so you can show everybody else that you're not like them.
That's right.
You're not like you're putting me in there to be the cop to clean up corruption and crime in California. I'm certainly not going to do the same thing they did and then have everybody say, "Oh, look, he's, same circus, different clowns."
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Lock
Good.
him up. I'm with it.
Good.
I'm with it.
Oh.
Somebody don't give away your ideas. That's when the ball is in our court.
There's one of the things there. It was talking about Mayor Bass and everything else, and a lot of people will say that I can't do what I say I'm gonna do, and the cities aren't gonna, they're not gonna comply, and you can't control Mayor Bass, and it's like, really, I can't control what she does, or I can't control certain mayors, but I can expose the crap out of them.
That's right.
And that's what it's going to be. It's going to be the platform I have as the governor. It's not like I'm going to, like the media is not going to want to talk to me.
Yeah.
And I will be telling them constantly what's stopping California from being better. And it's going to be these horrific policies that Mayor Bass won't change, or Mayor X from whatever city.
And they'll be able to see it because you're doing it at state level.
Absolutely.
Right.
And you have to realize with politicians, that's a good one. I'll answer that one in a second. But the politicians in anywhere, politicians are only afraid of two things, and that's it. Not getting elected again, and an informed voter base. An informed voter
They should
is
be
the
afraid
worst
of three
thing.
things, but
Well, yes. Yeah. Then maybe we wouldn't have to
right.
worry about the other two.
Correct.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So if you expose them for the truth of the person that they are and what they're doing, then they're not going to get elected again. And then that power thing that they get, or they feel like they got for being in that position, then it goes away. So they're going to do everything they can.
yeah, man, when everything else is getting better except your shit, it becomes very clear who's causing that.
Yeah. So that one right there, when you were scrolling through there, I just saw just because they were bold and
it's
capital
super
letters,
chat.
CARB. CARB is California Air Resource Board. So it's basically the federal EPA on absolute steroids. And that really, truly is destroying our farming community. It's destroying our construction companies, any big business with big trucks, diesel trucks, basically.
Yeah.
If you have any business that has to do with diesel trucks or big engines, you're getting forced out of business with CARB. Somebody today on the airport, I got texted a ticket. Their company, and it was for one of their trucks. It was a smog. They did something wrong with their smog on a diesel truck. $25,000 fine.
Oh, yeah.
$25,000 fine for one. And just with the name of the business, I guarantee you they got more than one truck.
Yeah.
And this is just a $25,000 fine for one truck. And it's destroying our state.
Dude,
the trucking industry.
Wasn't there a federal, didn't they walk back the recently, or they're talking about walking back the restrictions on like diesel
Yes.
engines? Yeah. Where
I don't know about that.
I think I read
the EPA
that they're removing the requirement for DEF additive in. They're going to allow
In the
dirty
diesel
diesel
engines?
engine again.
Yep.
Oh.
Which, dude, I hope so, because the ones that don't have it, like my 95% 5 Ford right outside is a hell of a lot cooler than the 2020 F450 I have at home that fucking has no power because they don't let it have it.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it has power.
So, and you have to look, even that, your truck out there
Yeah.
is not operating, and it's not emitting the emissions that it did back then.
Yeah.
Everything is better now. I
Yeah.
mean, no matter what, when
Well,
you build something
mine-
and you engineer
Mine
something,
might put out a little more. than it
well,
used to.
but not what it would back
No,
then
but
if you would have
dude,
done the same thing.
That shit's all a lie anyway, bro. The Earth
That's
is the
the key.
greenest it's ever been because of the amount of carbon that we're producing.
Yeah, that's the key.
Yeah.
There is not.
Don't you
any-
remember that little diagram in like fucking second grade? Like,
Yeah, when you learn
carbon
science.
dioxide.
Yeah.
And then the trees make oxygen and
right.
shit gets green. What do you think green shit lives off of?
We forgot about that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but
Bill
carb is
Nye
going
must
to
have
go
forgot
away.
about it
Yeah,
too.
Bill Nye definitely forgot about it.
Carb's going away because
Good.
carb is a belief in California that we have. It's like the EPA on steroids. But if you believe any of that, then you have to expect that when you cross state lines and go into any place, then the sky's going to be black and there won't be
right.
any. Everything's going to be dead because
Yeah.
you're not doing California emissions. And it's just a lie, and it's a way for California to get more money from
That's
people.
right. The whole green thing's a lie. It's all
is.
bullshit.
We got another super chat here from Nicholas Capilano. He says, Chad, I sponsored one of your tables in Corona. I appreciate you and believe in your mission. More and more policies are getting passed, killing businesses. What plan do you have once you get voted in?
Yeah, that's business is probably. I mean, as a business owner, it works perfect because I'm in government. Obviously, I have a career in government and in public safety, which we spend a lot of taxpayer money. I mean, that's the number one role of government anyway, is public safety. But I have a strong love for businesses because you can't have a thriving city, town, or state if you don't have businesses, small businesses particularly. That's
right.
So what we know in California is everybody is leaving and taking their businesses elsewhere because of taxes and regulation. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to say, okay, then we need to remove the regulation and lower the taxes, if not eliminate them. So that's how easy it's going to be. And the good thing about California, or any government really, but California, the way that they changed from taxes to fees is it went through the regulatory process. So everything that's bad, 60%, probably 70% of what's bad in California for businesses is regulatory. And I can sign all of those away as the governor.
No
so
shit.
you make all of those go like carb. Carb is
We're gonna get rid of the sound pollution bullshit on the highways so we can actually drive our cars.
regular cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one.
Do that.
Can we get plastic straws back?
Yes. My God. And plastic
That is
bags.
the worst.
The best. I
Those
saw
fucking
it-
paper straws, bro. Like, it's just something I can't.
What about
can't stand 'em.
What about that? What's this? You know, I have some friends that live out there that have recently moved. And is there some sort of weird tax, like 5% tax on, like a wealth tax on the real estate or something like that?
Yeah.
What is that?
It was actually a lie that California government put on the ballot for people to vote for. So the people made it a law,
Yeah.
but they lie about what it is, and people don't pay attention. They don't read the fine print, or they don't read the real thing.
Yeah.
They trust the government to tell them the truth on the little form that they sent you
Right.
on what to vote for. And then you voted in this massive increase in taxes on selling your property. When you sell your property, the amount of taxes that you have to pay, and then what your kids are going to have to pay, even if you inherit it or whatever it is it's everybody's losing everything.
You can't afford to do it.
No.
Like even wealthy people cannot afford to do it.
Yeah.
Because you're talking like 5% on top of the house price, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then so now the people that have that, they're like, okay, well, I'll just not going to sell it. I'm not going to buy anything, and I'm not going to sell anything.
Yeah.
So now you lose out on that normal, on that turnover
The
of
normal
properties.
flow,
Yeah.
right.
Because nobody's going to lose that much money.
Yeah.
And that's where California politicians, that greed for money,
Yeah.
it's so short-sighted because it's just, where can I get money? And they don't think of the consequence, or the unintended consequence, which is the billionaire's tax.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who would have ever thought Zuckerberg would leave California?
Yeah.
Nobody?
Nobody.
Yeah.
So but then you say we're going to tax the billionaires, and he's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm going to
well,
Florida.
you talk to Zuckerberg in person. I mean, he's a normal dude. I mean, people hate when I say that, but I've met him, and he's a fucking regular guy, who was threatened and manipulated and coerced for 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm not making excuses, but I'm just telling you That's true.
Well, if he's a normal guy and you know him, can you ask him to stop shadow banning my Facebook?
Yeah, bro. You know what?
And my Instagram.
I tried to get that done for me. It didn't work. I wouldn't say I know him. I've just met him, and my impression of him was much better than what I expected.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
So.
but all of these people, well, I mean, he did a great job. I mean, I mean, you look at what he did, what he built, and everything else. I mean, you have to admire him for it.
Yeah, I mean, as an entrepreneur for sure. But you know, the thing is you got to be ethical with that stuff too, right? There's
and what are you going to do with it?
That's right, and that's my dig at him. But you know, when you think about it, dude, like the guy was a billionaire at 21 years old. Okay, imagine being 21 years old and being worth like 10, 20 billion dollars. And everybody telling you they're going to do this and that and this and this and this, just do this thing and do this thing. And then by the time you're 30, you're fucking intertwined in this shit that you didn't even know existed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard to imagine.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
And you know, he's starting to associate with people who think like we think, and I think that's changing who he is in his perspective.
You know, there's when you think about that, it makes me like him.
Yeah.
More, not that I didn't like him.
No, I get it. I'll tell you straight up, dude. I did not like him at all.
Yeah.
Like that's coming from someone who literally was like, "Fuck this dude." And then when I met him and like he got humanized, I was like, "Whoa."
But then if it's what you're saying, where he's starting to see and changing, I'm okay with anyone like that.
Absolutely.
If you're enough of a man to say, "Man, I was wrong," or "Holy crap,
that's
I
part of
didn't
being
know
a
that."
man.
Yeah, and say, "Well, I made a mistake, but I'm not going to do it again."
Yeah,
and then make it right or change. That's you gotta respect that.
We'll see what happens, man. The enslavement into AI isn't looking too promising.
No,
but yeah, man. Anyway,
yeah.
You want topic 2?
Let's keep it cruising.
All right,
let's keep it cruising. We'll come back to you guys. Stay with us. Let's keep going. I got headline number 2. Got to give a little update on what's happening in the Iran situation. Got to talk about it. There's some updates there. So headline number 2 reads, report Pentagon preps weeks-long ground ops in Iran as U.S. Marines arrive in theater. Wasn't going to happen. Just a few days. 14 days to stop the spread. Not there. Yeah, we're past it. Yeah, the Pentagon is preparing for what could become weeks-long ground operations inside Iran, including special operation raids and limited infantry missions, as U.S. forces, including a Marine Expeditionary Unit now in theater, continue to build up for a potentially more dangerous next phase of Operation Epic Fury, according to a report published Saturday. U.S. officials told the Washington Post that the plans under discussion would stop short of a full-scale invasion and instead center on targeted ground missions involving a mix of special operation forces and conventional infantry. U.S. CENTCOM tweeted this out a few days ago with some pictures. U.S. sailors and Marines aboard USS Tripoli arrived in the U.S. Central Command Area of Responsibility March 27. The America-class amphibious assault ship serves as a flagship for the Tripoli Amphibious Ready Group, 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit, composed of about 3,500 sailors and Marines, in addition to transport and strike fighter aircraft, as well as amphibious assault and tactical vehicles. So this is a conversation moving up. And my understanding, I was talking to a few guys in these circles, and they are simply preparing for the possibility and for the green light coming from Donald Trump, right? And so they are putting those things in position in the event that Trump says, okay, yes, we're going in, right? Okay. It's more involved than it was originally, slated out to be. We're still at a point where the vast majority of Americans do not support the situation going on over there. But then another report comes out today, actually, that Israel has declined to join any of the ground operations that Americans might launch in Iran.
You mean like every other war they've been in a quote unquote ally of ours before?
That's right.
You mean how they've never put fucking soldiers on the ground ever when we have ever? And
so just looking at this 10,000 foot view, right? This was a situation that we got involved in at the behest of Israel. Mark Rubio said this, like, well, they were going to attack first, and Israel said that they were going to, so we had to do something. It was right. And now we're transitioning into this being a prolonged, extended ground operation, and Israel's sitting this one out. And I personally, I don't feel like that's okay. That's not right.
I don't think that they think it's okay. I don't think that the administration thinks it's okay. There's a huge fight going on right now between J.D. Vance.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's between Trump and Netanyahu. But this is what I've been trying to tell you guys for a couple months. There's a huge battle happening right now behind the scenes between Trump and Netanyahu. And while everybody's saying, oh, yeah, Trump's just sucking Netanyahu's balls and blah, 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 these people are not getting along behind the scenes. And J.D. Vance now got placed in the middle of this. And J.D. Vance fucking unloaded on Netanyahu like 3 days ago, just regarding this, basically saying, hey, you gave us bad intel.
Right.
We went and acted on this intel, and now there's this, right?
Right.
So it's not as simple as like what we think we're seeing.
Well,
right?
it never is.
You know, in all of this, I think my perspective, being in law enforcement, and all I deal with is bad people and victims. I deal with good people a lot, but we're going after the bad people. You can never, the problem that you have when you're doing any investigation is determining what the truth is.
Right.
And the problem for, I feel, all of us right now is we don't know what the truth is. We have the complete go in and take ground troops into Iran and wipe them off the planet, and then the ones that we shouldn't even be there, and it's all for Israel and everything else. And the truth is in the middle somewhere. It's not either one of those. It's always in the middle. But the problem is, it's almost impossible, and it may even be impossible for us to know what the truth is. So we, as regular people, we fill in for ourselves. You know, the natural. If you have a gap, it's like, well, it has to be this then,
right?
But this is a tough. This is,
you know,
I'm glad I'm not the president.
I use this analogy because, dude, I get, like we talked about when we were in the gym earlier. I call it how I see it, dude. If Trump does good shit, I'll say that's good. If he does bad shit, I'll say no, that's fucked up. I have a unique perspective from running businesses my whole life, okay? See that little office over there that you guys passed it, the one that my brother lives in? What happens in that room, what the rest of the company knows, they probably know 10% of the discussions that happen in that room. We're here to lead. We put the fires out. We survey the situation. And then we get everybody organized. We don't bother them with the minutia. We say, this is where we're going. This is what we got to do. And that requires us filtering out all of the shit before we direct action. And that's just the people in our building. So if you were to take someone outside the building, they probably know 10% of what the people inside the building know, which is 10% of what's actually going on.
Yeah.
Now, that's with any business. That's not an unethical business. That's called knowing what the fuck is going on and making a plan to get there and not letting your team be distracted with all this other shit and let them do their thing. My job and Sal's job and the executive team's job is to take all the shit and not let them worry about it and just give them a directive, right?
Yeah.
And if you think about that 10% thing, and you apply that to the biggest organization that's ever existed in humankind, which is the United States government as it sits today, think about that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? People don't think about that. They think that what they see on the fucking news or what they see on a podcast or what they see on the internet is everything that's going on. And while some things may be very obvious and you can be like, yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah.
There's still other shit happening that you have, dude, you just can't know. You can't know. Bro, one of my very good friends, United States Senator, he fucking doesn't know. Okay? Like, so there's bubbles here.
Yeah.
A little bubble, a bigger bubble, and a bigger bubble, and we're in that biggest bubble. Yeah. So like, if you play what we're talking about here, let's say Trump's office is my brother's office there, right? and they know 100% of what's going on. Then the rest of the people in Congress and shit, they only know like 10%. They're not allowed to know all that shit.
Yeah.
And then what we know is like 10% of that. Okay. And most of that's muddied up with bullshit narratives and lies. So I totally agree with what you're saying. We don't know. And that's the hardest thing to like communicate to people who've already made up their fucking mind about what's going on.
Yeah, because they were in that room.
And that's something I say this all the time, bro. Yeah. We don't know. How do you, like people will say shit in the chat. I'm like, oh, really? How do you know that? And they're like, oh, I'm like, you don't know. You don't know. And dude, if to be a leader, real talk, you have to understand that there's shit you don't know. And you're making a guess, an educated guess around the delta of what information may not be there.
Yeah. And I think one of the things you said, it was just, it's about honesty and it's about the truth that gets out and the things that you don't know that don't get out.
Yeah.
And I look at it, and what you said is exactly right. You can't, the problem that we have sometimes is swearing loyalty, like unbridled loyalty to a person.
To anything.
You can't do it.
To anything.
I mean, I believe you can do it to our country.
Yeah.
I can have unfettered loyalty to my country.
Yeah.
But I say it in law enforcement. You're loyal to the patch. You're loyal to the badge. You're loyal to the brand.
To the job.
Not to a person. And with the president, I mean, there's so many people that hate him and so many people that don't. And there's so many lies that are being said. And I look at it like with this whole thing about Iran and Israel and the link, and we can make assumptions and we can put things, and we're probably right, and it's a good guess. But I look at myself and I look at the organization that I have to run, 4,500 employees and $1.3 billion a year of a budget. And everything that is, everything that is coming out bad about me now is an absolute lie. Yeah. An absolute lie. But these people act like it's the God's honest truth, and they know for a fact, and they know nothing about the workings of our organization that got to... Yeah,
there you go.
That's a perfect. Oh boy, and the ACLU said it, so it must be right.
Yeah, because they're so honest.
They're so right.
But things like this, and then I realized going through this process that the media and the propaganda machine to get people to like us, to get us to believe something, it's a machine. It's
$1 trillion machine.
Yeah, it's not even an accident.
No,
they're purposely using social media and the media to influence our opinions, to make us hate President Trump, to make us hate Netanyahu. And whether there's good reasons to do both or not, that's irrelevant, because somebody's trying to convince you to think that way anyway.
Yeah.
And that's what we don't know what is real or not.
Yeah. I mean, my stance has been pretty clear on this the whole time. And by the way, you don't have to be very high IQ to be able to say, yeah, I don't think that it's a good idea that we're there. And I don't think it's a good idea that we're anywhere when our country looks the way it does. But if we are there, I want to fucking win, and I support our troops, and I don't want them to get hurt. Like that's a very, like, you don't have to be hyper intelligent to fucking say those things. Right. And it seems like the polarization around this issue is like, if I say, which I believe, that we don't need to be in any fucking conflicts when we have to go up down the street in Los Angeles, California, and see all these veterans and all these people who are our brothers and sisters, people who have played by the rules their entire lives and try to do the best they can. And they can't make it here, but yet, we're going to give our money and our funds to Ukraine and Israel and all the, dude, that is fucking wrong, in my opinion. Actually, I just think everybody thinks that's wrong. I think that we need to fucking fix here. And then once we fix here, we could talk about going back to helping these other people.
If we were in a better position locally, then I think it would be a different outcome.
It'd be way more palatable.
Yeah. But when you can't afford gas, when you can't afford groceries, when your kids have to live with you into their 30s because they can't afford rent, there's something massively broken.
Yeah.
And then when you learn of these hundreds of billions of dollars
Plus
going.
you got Nick Shirley
somewhere else.
running around
Dude.
these states calling this shit out,
Dude.
Yeah.
So then you see how hard you're working, and then to know that half of the money that is being stolen from you through taxation,
I think part of all
is then being given to bullshit.
I think
It's like,
I think part of all of that is part of the demoralization of this country.
100%.
I think it's intentional.
Yeah.
I think it goes right along with the indoctrination of these people that we saw in the No Kings protest.
Yeah.
And they want to make it. They want to make it so that because, dude, I'm going to tell you right now, and this is just real shit. I've seen in the last 3 or 4 days, I've probably seen 30 posts of people saying, it's so much harder to get ahead now and this and that. All right. You're basically pretending like everybody else that's ever created anything just fucking got there. Like, dude, real talk, I don't know how much harder my path could have fucking been. Like, I had to give everything to get where I'm at. I had to give up pretty much everything that makes you a normal human being to get. That's me. Now, maybe I'm a dumbass and maybe it just takes me longer, but I'm also too dumb to quit. So I show the fuck up, even if I suck. And maybe that's me. And maybe it is harder. I don't know. But I can tell you this. This shit was hard as fuck, dude. And like, I can't imagine it being any fucking harder. And I personally think that we are in a position right now to where young people, if they're willing to learn and educate and get in with the times and the trends of what's happening, there's more opportunity to become successful than there ever has been for young people.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are caught up in the boo-hoo.
Yeah.
The boo-hoo, it's so hard. Motherfucker, it's always been hard.
Yeah.
It has always been hard. Has it always been this hard? Fuck, I don't know. Like, I'm in business still. It didn't get any easier. Like, it's not like...
Well, I think it's one of those things where you didn't give up. I mean, you had.
I didn't have an option.
Yeah. Well, and then
I had to go.
a
Dude,
regular person. I mean, that is your option. You can't give up.
Yeah.
Just because you fail or just because something broke. Well, you wake up the next day and you go back and fix it and you make it bigger.
Real talk, the straight, honest truth. I'm not willing to be poor. Fucking, that's it. That's fucking it. I'll do anything. I will. I'm 100% committed to being successful.
Yeah.
And I have been my whole life. And that's what it's taken for me. And I believe that's what it takes because everybody I know who is moderately successful or mega successful, it's their life.
Right.
It's everything they do. Their life is their thing. And I think there's been this mentality that's been cultivated, especially through social media with all these people who are like, oh, you'll make $1 million in 2 weeks and all this shit that the average person who's out there, working their way up the same way all of us did believes that there's no chance for them to do that anymore. It's like, bro, you're doing the same shit I was doing then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just hard shit.
Yeah, I'll tell you, probably right now, an 18-year-old, easiest way to be a multi-millionaire, be an electrician.
Bro, start an electrical company. In 5 years, you're going to have a fucking
absolutely.
empire.
You're going to work your ass off.
Yeah.
But that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I think it's with the internet and influencers and everything else, it's that you don't have to work hard for that. So it's that easy money that people see. That's what they want.
There's a reason they sell that message, bro, because they can sell it, right? It's very hard. Like, I have this big problem with the therapy industry, okay? I feel that the therapy industry in general is the most predatory fucking industry on the face of the planet. They have no interest in making you any better because they lose their income. So they have a direct interest in keeping you in victim mindset. They have a direct interest in keeping you exactly where you are or worse so that you think that you need them, okay? And that's how these people are making money. And I know people on the internet that are making millions and millions of dollars a year propagating victimhood. And I think it's the most slimiest, disgusting fucking thing in the entire world.
I watched a psychiatrist talking about that, saying they're creating what we have today because it's giving people that option of blaming somebody else, blaming their circumstance, and then it becomes okay.
Yeah. Right.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
And, whatever it is, but it's not to get you better.
No, it isn't. And dude, when we think about that, and we think about that message.
Yeah.
Okay. And then let's compare that to a message that would be like the real message, which is, hey, motherfucker, this is going to be the hardest shit you ever did. It's going to be harder than anything you could possibly comprehend. But if you keep showing up every single day, you're going to chip away at this. And in 10 years, your life's going to look so much different. You're going to be so glad that you did everything that you did. Do you think that there's ever a minute? You know me really well.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that there's ever a minute where I'm like, man, I wish I hadn't fucking done all that work?
No.
There's not a single second that happens in my life. Now, when I was doing it, when I was like in it and I wasn't getting paid and the shit sucked, I always thought, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I doing this? What is this for? Why am I doing this? But then something starts to click and then you start to win a little and then things start to happen and you're like, oh, that's how it works. You got to put in all this time in the beginning where you don't get paid and everybody laughs at you and everybody makes fun of you and everybody thinks you're a joke until they don't. And that requires the ability to show up year after year after year. And the thing that really like burns my ass about this whole thing with like entrepreneurs in general is like, bro, you guys got it easier than anybody's ever had it. Like there's never been an entrepreneurial opportunity like there is now. You have the ability to literally text anybody in the world. You have the ability to connect with anybody in the world in a fucking second. You have the ability to market down to a geofence zip code neighborhood. Dude, that never existed in my day. Okay, you know how you did that shit? You went door to door, knocked on the fucking doors, bro, and like, hey, hey, I'm Andy. I sell fucking protein.
Yeah.
Like I did that for years, dude. And it's just like, when I hear these people cry about this shit, I'm just like, dude, you have no idea how fucking good you have it as a potential entrepreneur right now.
Yeah. It's a mindset.
It totally is, dude. And we're never going to turn losers into winners. It is what it is. But man, it gets frustrating hearing that shit because it's like, dude, fuck, I made $58,380 my first 10 years combined. Not every year. The first 10 years. I made $695 a month for 7 fucking years. The first 3 years, I didn't make shit. Like, and you tell people that, and they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I mean that. You know?
That's how it was.
But Steve over there says he's making $1 million a month in 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's because Steve's a fucking liar.
That's right.
You know? So it's just, I don't know, man. We're getting back to it though. I agree with you.
So too.
The younger generation, they're hustlers, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about that.
Are you for California? Are you going to have any special incentives for businesses to come back to California?
Yeah, I mean, my whole thing is we're going to be the #1 business friendly state in the entire country.
Awesome.
And the way you make that happen is you eliminate the regulations that are preventing it from happening now.
Yeah.
And that's why I mentioned earlier. It's all with a stroke of a pen. And you have to realize that the current governor could do it today if he wanted to.
Yeah.
They don't want to. They don't want businesses there, and it's that whole socialism thing. They want government control of things. They don't want private ownership of business or homes. That's you can't have socialism with 3 things: businesses, private ownership of business and homes, and independent law enforcement. That's why the all out assault on law enforcement across the country is because you can't have independent law enforcement. You have to get everyone so pissed off at law enforcement that they're all crooks, they're all bad, and then the good government's going to come in with their own law enforcement, and here we'll take care of you.
Well, they don't like that either.
And
Look
now
what
you
happened
have
to ICE.
socialism. Oh yeah,
they don't like
well,
that.
it's not because they're not going toward the whole socialism thing. Let's get all the people that aren't supposed to be voting out of the country.
Yeah,
and they're not.
Now that's something you've been pinged on a little bit.
It is.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
because one of the things that people hit you on is that you did an interview where you talked about the deportations.
Yeah,
let's talk about that. What's your position on that?
What is the stance?
The stance is the big issue that was put out there is that I'm for amnesty, and absolute freaking lie. I mean, there is no one getting amnesty. So what we really have to get to is the governor of any state can do absolutely nothing about immigration anyway. Absolutely nothing. It's the federal government's role. The president can do something. Congress can do something that they choose not to. But state governments can do nothing. The only thing I can do as a governor is I can make sure that we're not a sanctuary state anymore, which that will go away. Currently, I'm suing the state because it's unconstitutional. We have to wait. We're in a limbo land right now with a court ruling, waiting on a superior court or a Supreme Court decision, so we can continue with our appeal because a liberal judge threw ours out. But we're still in that appeal period. Anyway, we will get rid of sanctuary state status. I am a law person. There is consequence for breaking the law. Nobody there's no King's X.
Right.
If you're here in the country illegally, you're here in the country illegally, and you're going to suffer a consequence. And when you came into this country illegally, you knew that if you ever got caught, you were going to be deported.
That's right.
So why is there, well, you've been here 3 years, so you get amnesty? No, because then where are we going to draw the line at murder at 5 years?
Right.
So you could kill somebody, and as long as I don't catch you in 5 years, King's X, you win.
Right.
No, you're not. There's absolutely no amnesty. If you're in this country illegally,
So that's total
you gotta
bullshit.
go. It's total bullshit.
Well, I'm glad you addressed that, bro.
Yeah. This is where the problem with the lies come out and politics and everything else. And I am a huge fan of 1.5 to 2 hour podcasts and interviews and everything else. But the problem with them is the clips.
Yeah.
And so
Trust
you
me,
get people,
I know.
Yeah.
I know a thing or two.
Yeah.
And so I go
a thing or two.
I go and do these 1.5, 3 hour interviews, and then you take those little clips and you say, "Oh, look, he wants amnesty." Well, I have never even said the word amnesty, other than I'm against it. But I made a comment that was, I believe that there should be, if you're here legally, though. If you're here legally, there should be a very rapid pathway to get your citizenship.
Yeah.
And I say that because I have friends that have been trying for 10, 15, and 20 years, doing it the right way, and they still are under the fear of being deported from their families that they have here, from their 15-year-old kids and their wife that they've been married for 18 years, and they still can't get their citizenship for no other reason than government red tape.
Yeah.
And they don't have enough money to buy it.
Yeah.
And that is absolutely wrong. So those things have to be fixed. But if you're in this country illegally,
It's like
sorry,
that kid we were talking
and you're
about
getting
in
nothing
Riverside.
free.
Yeah.
We met a kid in Riverside whose dad had been detained. He was in that exact position. He had been here for 25 years. His whole family was born here, and then his dad. Am I right?
Yeah.
His dad got
I think it was a DUI
pulled
or
to
something like that.
ICE detention facility, and I think he got out. But he was like, well, he was. I mean, technically, he's illegal.
He did fuck
Yeah.
up. He did do,
Yeah.
I thought about this too. It's like, because I think the biggest problem when people talk about immigration is like, how do you do it, right? Like, or de-immigration, I should say, right? Like, how exactly does it do it? Because if you leave it up to the government, it looks like, the Alex Preddies that we've had, right? Like, and that's not good optics, right? People, it's not palatable to people, right? And I was thinking about this, dude. I have an idea, okay? If Donald Trump was to come out, make this very simple statement, okay? If you're in this country illegally, you have 60 days to go report to an immigration facility. 60 days, all right? So if the people who are here illegally, if they get to those immigration centers, right, within that 60 day, they get a priority status on re-entering legally. For those that choose to not do it at all, and after that 60 days is up, if you get caught, you're out forever.
See, I think it should have been. See, I think Trump fucked up here because Trump got elected on basically two issues. Okay, three. One was the illegals. Two was no new wars, and three was the economy.
Yep.
And it was like 70% of voters, including Democrats, at the time of of his inauguration, were for mass deportations.
Yep.
And when you're going to do something that is visibly unpalatable to the average citizen, you've got to do it when the fucking momentum is high.
When you got the support.
When everybody's like, yeah, get him out. That dude, he should have said, okay, for the next 60 days, we're doing mass deportations. And this is what it's going to look like. And it's going to look like that movie, The Siege, where, they put people in a pen and they get them all in there and they work through the paperwork and they fucking do what they got to do. If he had done that when support was high, the problem would have been solved. The problem is he waited a year before anything actually happen. And then he let the public opinion on those two small situations that happened fucking ruin the whole thing.
Yeah, erode.
So, like, dude, you got to act when people are ready to see that action. You know, that's my opinion. I think he fucked up on the timing.
Yeah.
It probably so.
Yeah.
And appearance is everything, and then you let the narrative spin to where the Democrats made it into something that it wasn't, and they show a little thing and make it out like it's a big thing all across the country.
Right.
And for us in California, I mean, it's the whole riots and everything else because of ICE. We had them there, but they were only in sanctuary states.
Yeah.
And that's because before sanctuary state in 2017, the immigration officials would just come into the jail and get them. They're all criminals. They're all victimizing us. And now, for me in my state, I have to let them go. I have to let them go from my jail back out to victimize us again because it's illegal for me to cooperate with the federal government and turn them over to immigration officials. So I could be removed from office.
No way.
Yeah. And
so wait, so you're saying, so in 2016, 17, you would arrest one of these dudes. You would just hold them. ICE would show up and take them to wherever they came from.
Yes. If anybody came into the jail system that was in the country illegally, they got deported.
Yeah.
And it should be like that.
Yeah.
Why isn't it like that right now?
Because we're a sanctuary state.
And that's the same thing in Minnesota.
Yes. And so they make it illegal for law enforcement to cooperate with the federal government on immigration. So if I, as the sheriff, so I'm in the Constitution, everything else as a constitutional officer for the state and everything else, but I'm not the top. In the Constitution, the Attorney General is the top. And the Attorney General oversees sheriffs and DAs. And then it's us, but the Attorney General's higher. So if I violate the law, I can be removed from office. If I violate sanctuary state law, the Attorney General can remove me from office. So if I cooperate with ICE and this is how bad it is, I have a guy in custody outright, and I'm going to lose my job. If this guy gets out of jail, I'll lose my job because I'll gladly give it up. This guy's not going back out into society. He's had 3 DUIs. His 4th DUI, and he's been released from jail and he's been deported already once in his past and just let back into the country. But this time, he killed a 13-year-old kid.
Oh, man.
Hit him on a bike. Hit and run on a bike. Killed this kid, and now he's back in my jail for a DUI, but now he killed a kid. And if he gets out for whatever reason, the judge can let him out on his own recognizance, whatever, pending trial and all those things. I'm not letting him go. Yeah. I am turning him over to ICE to get him out of the country, and you can gladly take my job. Yeah. But the common sense has left the building, and these sanctuary state laws are absolutely harming us. So as the governor, that absolutely has to go. There is no amnesty. If you break the law, you go. And if I was president, there would be a flat income tax, and it would be low. And then all of those IRS agents would now be immigration agents, and they can process all of these people and either keep them out, or if they're good and they're going to be contributing to society, then let them in. I mean, that's how our country
That's how it was working before, yeah.
But nobody wants to tackle it. Nobody wants to make that.
What are all the sanctuary states, Z?
There's a lot.
That's crazy.
California, New York, Minnesota, obviously.
I had no idea it was like that.
They're all blue. There's no red states that are sanctuary states.
New York, California, Chicago, so Illinois.
Some of them are cities. There's a lot of cities that made themselves cities. But
why do they do that?
They just pass an ordinance
for the
or they
vote
pass
shit?
a law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 Colorado.
So they're willing. These people are legitimately willing to endanger their own American citizens.
100%. I'll make it worse for you.
For a fucking vote.
I'll make it worse for you. In 2017, that's when California became a sanctuary state. We absolutely told law enforcement, told the people voting on it, this is what's going to happen if you do this. ICE is going to have to go into communities to find these people because they're criminals. They're victimizing us. Right now, they just come into the jail in the safety of a jail. Nobody knows it's happening, and they just deport them. Mm-hmm. If you make this law, ICE is going to have to go into the streets, and this is what you're going to have. That's where grandma's going to get taken away because they're going to go look for grandson, and grandson's going to be who's robbing people blind, and he's going to be in the house with grandma. Grandma's there illegally. Well, they're not going to just let grandma stay.
No.
Because she's
It's
here
against the law.
illegally. Yes.
Right. That's right.
So that's what we're really seeing right now is Democrats purposely, knowingly made sanctuary states and cities to force ICE on the ground so they could create this.
That's fucking insane.
Absolutely it is. They knew it was going to happen.
For a vote.
For a vote.
So they can continue to stay in power.
Yes.
So they can continue to get paid and embezzle and steal and bribe and all this shit.
And it's such an emotional argument that people lose their mind. So for me, now I have a POS candidate running against me from my own damn party, willingly, knowingly lying to everybody about my beliefs and about what I do and what I would do for his own benefit. And people believe this shit. It drives me absolutely nuts.
That's insane, man.
That's fucked up, dude.
So you have a deputy, and let me tell you, and this is what I want people to hear. Local law enforcement has never been involved in immigration enforcement, ever. In the jails we always say, hey, these people are illegal. They robbed us. They did whatever it was. They raped, murder, kill, steal. My personal belief is there's nothing worse than a thief. But if they're in the jail, we call them up and ship them back out, and it should happen like that. Right now, and so on the street, though, it never happened. I was a deputy for a long time. I couldn't care. I answer 911 calls, or I go arrest drug labs or drug dealers, and then when they get to the jail, they're illegal and they get deported. But when I'm out handling calls, I can't care and I don't care whether somebody's here illegally or not. You're either a victim or you're a suspect.
Right.
And if you're calling for my help, I don't care if you're in the country illegally or if you're even a visitor from New York.
Tourist.
I don't care. It's you're a victim and I have to help you. So this is why local law enforcement can't be involved. When I say local, I mean the ground deputies, the patrol deputies, the patrol police officers. We know this is happening right now because people are so afraid of cops because they think that law enforcement is deporting them. I cannot have a 14-year-old girl getting repeatedly raped and threatened that her and her family are going to be deported if she tells anybody. And then she just has to be repeatedly raped over and over and over because she's afraid of being deported. She has to be comfortable to see a person in uniform and run to that person and say, I need help.
Yeah.
And we don't have that right now because people are afraid. The politicians have made people afraid of the cops.
So it seems like the system that we had before worked pretty well.
It worked perfect. It worked absolutely perfect. Before 2017, you never heard about any of this.
No.
Any of this.
No.
Because it was all happening in the jails.
Yeah. Damn.
They wanted the optics.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. And we know now in hindsight that they wanted the optics because they knew it was going to happen. It was obvious to all of us, and we were telling them. They were acknowledging it.
Yeah.
And they did it anyway.
That's fucking evil shit, bro.
It is.
That is
for politics.
That is evil shit. Ugh.
Yes, it is.
Fuck. Man.
And then we get lied to about what it really is, about what's happening.
Listen, dude, we've just gotten to know each other a little bit the last few months. But I have trust for you. That's the truth. Because of the COVID thing. I don't really have to know any much more. Anybody who is willing to stand up during COVID and say, hey, no, we're not fucking doing this. That's the kind of backbone we need in leadership.
Yeah.
Real talk. So I really, really hope this works out for you, dude.
I think it's going to. People are seeing it. They're seeing through the lies. I mean, especially when they look at my career.
Can we come do like a governor dinner or something?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The inauguration party.
We'll just go to In-N-Out Burger, bro. It'd be the governor dinner.
Yeah, I keep throwing this out there. He's hated so much by Newsom. I keep saying that for my inauguration party, we're gonna have a massive Celebrate California party. I'm gonna get Kid Rock there.
Oh yeah,
I'd be sick.
Yeah,
That'd
for
be
sure,
sick.
dude.
Hell yeah.
Everybody wants California to come back, bro.
I know everyone does.
Yeah,
we're gonna make it happen.
Good.
Hell yeah, man. Well, guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments. You want 3?
Yeah, let's do.
All right. Third and final headline. You like golf? Do you golf?
I do golf.
Yeah, you scratch or where you?
At one point, I was.
Oh no shit! All
Really?
right.
I don't golf. I golf.
So that's what you
once
guys
or
do
twice.
out there as police officers in California, huh? You guys scratch golfers.
It's 80 degrees year round.
Yeah.
All right.
You're not going to talk about Tiger Woods.
We gotta cover Tiger,
come
dog.
on,
We gotta
man.
cover it, man.
Come on, we're going to dog on Tiger?
Dude, I don't want to.
All right.
I don't want a dog on him.
All right.
He's a dog.
Well,
He just shouldn't drive. That's the problem.
I'm a cop. In today's day and age,
Yeah.
bro, get a driver.
anybody I know, him, he should have a driver and he can pay for a driver, but
Yeah.
anybody else, it's a $20 Uber ride.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's like, this is not.
Yeah. You know, one thing I would like to see, man, like this is just real shit. It'll never happen. This is how you know that most attorneys and politicians are totally full of shit. Okay. If you wanted to eliminate drunk driving, which is a massive fucking problem in this country, it would be very simple. A year in jail, no matter what, first offense. No matter what. Nobody's ever driving again drunk.
No.
Okay? It'll never happen. I'm for that.
Yeah.
I'm for that.
So I want to tell you about consequence, and you make it hurt.
Yeah.
It has to hurt. And for cops, money hurts. I mean, we don't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Deputies don't make a lot of money, so they work overtime and everything else to take care of their kids and their wife and buy their toys and all of those things. So money hurts.
And play golf.
We and play golf. Those courses are expensive out there. And so we were having a time where it was just like, I have to learn everything that goes on with employees and everything else. So you get told all of these things. But we were having a time where it was like, it just seemed like every single day a deputy was getting arrested for DUI, getting a DUI.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, everybody gets DUIs. But then it's like, it's constant. So I said, and we put out this department-wide instant memo. It's over.
Done.
It's you get a DUI. It's an automatic 1 month off, no pay. You're just gone for a month. So you're losing a month of your salary. It's been 10 months now, not a DUI since.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we were having them
And that's
several a week.
And honestly, dude, like that's mild. Like, look, dude, I'm going to tell you right now, and this is not something I'm proud of. I don't do this anymore. But when I was younger, I drove drunk all the fucking time. Okay. You know how many times I woke up at home not knowing how the fuck I got there?
Yeah.
Okay. And as I got older and got more mature, I started realizing how seriously irresponsible that was.
Yeah.
And I just think, like, dude, I know for me, like, if the law really was written, a year in jail for DWI, there's no fucking way.
Oh, yeah.
No way I wouldn't even drive after if I was around people that were drinking.
But here's the key. You have to have known somebody that happened to and know that it was real.
Yeah.
You can't, because there's still laws out there that are just never enforced.
Yeah.
So you have to like, oh yeah, that isn't going to be me. Did you hear about Bill?
Yeah.
Bill?
He's still sitting over there.
Yeah. And then you'll never, ever, ever do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And in the case of Tiger, dude, I just don't get it.
Well, I do. But let's
dive into it. Yeah. The headline reads, Tiger Woods forced to crawl out of luxury SUV charged with DUI after rollover crash in Florida. He's crashing out. Car crash prone Tiger Woods was forced to crawl out of his luxury SUV after rolling it Friday in yet another Florida roadway washout that resulted in DUI charges. Woods not injured in the crash just before 2 p.m. 2 p.m., by the way. It's pretty early.
Yeah.
In Jupiter Island, 4 minutes from his house, Martin County Sheriff John Butensek. The sheriff said Woods attempted to drive around a flatbed truck, which was pulling into a driveway at a high rate of speed, but then swerved to avoid an oncoming car. He then allegedly clipped the truck, which prompted the Land Rover to flip. After crawling from the wreck, Woods was greeted by cops who quickly noticed the golf star seemed unusually lethargic. Quote, Mr. Woods did exemplify the signs of impairment. The sheriff said Woods appeared to be under the influence of some type of medication or drug, as a breath test showed absolutely no sign of alcohol. The golfer faced charges of driving under the influence with property damage and refusing a lawful test. The fender fracas comes days after Woods, 50, made his golf return at the TGL Finals. Now, apparently, one of his close friends told the news station why he didn't want to hire a driver. Now this is not coming straight from Tiger. This is somebody who knows.
What did he say?
He doesn't want employees to, quote, watch over him or know what he is doing.
Yeah, you know why? You want to know why? I know his whole.
I have it in my head.
I can tell you the whole fucking reason of what's going on here.
What's the insight?
You got more?
No, that's it.
Okay. Number one, the reason that people do this shit is because when you're that rich, you're usually not hold to the same standard as everybody else.
I'm Tiger Woods.
You usually walk in everywhere, you sit down where you want. The cops are real nice to you. You kind of get away with a little bit of privilege.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're that famous, I mean, bro, you start to believe like, hey, man, these laws don't really apply to me. How many times you dealt with that in your career? A lot, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is he doesn't want a driver because he probably has 10 bitches. Okay?
That's what I was thinking.
And he wants to go around and do his thing without being fucking watched.
Yeah. Oh,
So
If he has a driver, then somebody knows what he's doing.
That's
and
right.
He said it right there. He doesn't want know what he is doing. It's not watch over him. It's know what he is doing.
Yeah. And the only thing that you wouldn't want people to know what you were doing if you're that guy is seeing all 10 of your girlfriends at home,
That don't work.
if it's bad.
Well, and yeah, bro, and we know he has 10 girlfriends because he had 30 before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
oh, Tiger.
Yeah.
Man.
It's unfortunate.
I still like Tiger Woods.
He's a goat, dude. You just can't fucking drive.
You got to make some better decisions, brother.
Yeah.
Dude.
I
Get
really
a driver, take an Uber.
Yeah.
Stop. You know what? Eventually, he's 50 years old. Start acting 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not 20.
You're not fucking 25.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, dude, like the thing is too, it's like, I feel like a lot of people in that situation take the same, like kind of go down that same, they all get to that point that you just mentioned. Like they get to this point of like privilege and publicity, right? And it fucking ruins them. I was pulling up some names. OJ Simpson. Yeah. Right? Mike Tyson even, right? He had a massive downfall. Mike Vick was another one. John Daly. Aaron Hernandez, we know how that turned out. Lance Armstrong, they get to this point where like they don't feel like certain shit just applies to them, dude. So it sucks.
Dude, when you're at that level, like
look how sad he looks in this car, man. Fuck, man. Tiger, come on, bro.
It sucks, man.
Dude, and it's so crazy too, because like you said, he just came back to golfing. He's in the TGL now. And there was a clip that was going out, I think Thursday, literally the day before. And he was talking to, I guess, one of the up-and-coming golfer kids or whatever. He's like, how many championships have you won so far? And he's like, I don't know, like 2 or 3. He's like, this is my first one. He's like, how old are you? He's like, I'm 22. He's like, I won 3 by the time I was 20. Like, he's a shit talker still. You know what I'm saying? Still got it, dude.
Yeah, he's a competitor, bro.
Dude.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
He just said it so nonchalantly, too. He's like, I had 3 by that time.
I don't know why I'm thinking this, but I feel sorry for him knowing that he blew a 0. So it's not alcohol. So he wasn't out drinking.
Yeah.
It's drugs.
Yeah.
So
That makes it
if
worse,
he's lethargic, then it's some type of a narcotic. So he's either taking pain pills or
It looks like sleeping pills and pain pills.
yeah. And so
And that
I know,
shit
he's had his surgeries, he's had his issues and everything else. Is he addicted to drugs? More than likely.
Yeah.
And so I almost feel sorry for him because it's like, dude, what you were saying about what you had to go through and everything else. Imagine what he had to go through to get to be the pinnacle of where he was, the best in the world
for 30 years, 40 years.
The effort of doing that. But
remember, he's been this good since he was 10.
But he can't beat addiction.
Yeah. Well, we see it happen over and over, man.
I know.
I mean, he could beat it. He'll beat it.
He doesn't.
But
he hasn't wanted to yet.
I've never. Maybe this will be the thing for him because, and the other thing about Tiger too, I think, with these high level, high drive, high competitive people, is that this might actually be what he needs to get on his game again too. Like fuck you. Yeah. He needs a big dose of fuck you and fuck everybody.
Gotta have that chip.
That's what he always used to have.
Yeah.
And then when he got entangled with that, he wrecked his Escalade and they found out he had all those girls and his wife moved back to Sweden or whatever. He went in a dip. I just, dude, the guy's he's probably the greatest golfer ever.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to see him be great again. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him.
Can you imagine him in the senior league? It's like he's
I mean, I think
crazy.
Yeah, it fucking sucks, dude.
Dude,
it sucks to see people that you really like go through things like that. You know, but like you said, dude, the law is the law.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't be driving around all fucked up, man.
And he's lucky he hasn't killed. I mean,
dude, for
he's
real.
wrecking
That's
these
the
cars
biggest
like
thing, yeah.
good wrecks.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
some serious wrecks. He's
Yeah.
lucky that he's not dead or that somebody else isn't dead.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah. Well,
dude.
get it together, Tiger.
Tiger, come
we
on,
want you to
man.
be great again, bro. Calm down on the ladies and the pain pills.
Dude, just get a
Dude,
driver,
you know, I don't
bro.
understand
Just
how
get a
people
driver.
can get addicted to those pain pills, dude. I've had to take them a few times. I hate taking them. Dude, you can't shit.
Well,
Yeah. You can't.
until you
guys know what I'm
try-
talking about?
Until you try and stop.
Huh? Yeah, like, dude, you can't shit.
Yeah.
It's like you got to reach back there and like get. I mean, that's what you want to do, not that you actually do it. I thought I had to do it before. Maybe I did it once.
All right.
I won't take pain pills anymore because I was young, but I had total reconstructive surgery on my knee.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do everything the doctor told me to do.
Yeah.
So I did like whatever he said, I did it. Well, one of the things he said was take 2 of these every 4 hours.
Oh, dude.
And so I did for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then in my head, I was still supposed to be taking them, but in my head, it's like, I don't think I hurt anymore. I can stop. Well, in taking that many pills every 4 hours, in 2 weeks, I got addicted.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
I'm in the restroom
Yeah.
and it wasn't good.
Yeah.
And knowing what it was, I told my wife, I said, well, first I said I'm sick.
Yeah.
But then another hour later, when it was worse, I called her and I said, oh, holy crap, I'm addicted to pain pills.
Yeah.
And in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And so I just went back and weaned myself off. But from that point, I mean, I had neck surgery. My neck is fused. It was like, I'm not taking in pain pills.
Dude,
I'm not
I'm
doing
against
it
them
again.
too. I had my shoulder reconstructed in 2021, and it was like a bad reconstruction. I tore everything: supraspinatus, labrum, rotator, bicep, all fucking gone. I had to have it all totally rebuilt. And my buddy Nathan, he was my surgeon, great surgeon. I am totally against pain pills. So we're sitting in do you remember this?
Mm-hmm.
So we're sitting in the recovery room, and he's like, all right, dude. He's like, here's the deal. I gave you a nerve block on your shoulder. So it's
You're good for
yeah,
right now.
you
Yeah.
feel okay right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, but listen to me. He's like, you need to take 2 of these pills every 4 hours starting right now. He said, if you don't, it's going to hurt. And I'm like, dude, this is no big deal. It's fucking fine. I'm fine. Bro, the next day I wake up and I'm like so much pain. And I like called him and I'm like, dude, you fucked up. I'm like,
Something's wrong.
You did something wrong, bro. It's not supposed to hurt like this. He's like, you take the pain pills? I'm like, no. And he's like, this is what I told you.
That's right.
So I started taking them. But dude, like, I hate the way they make me feel, dude. I get itchy. I get real itchy and like, it's just,
The
I just
brain
hate
fog.
it.
I just don't like the brain fog.
I don't see how that's fun for people.
Yeah.
Like I could see you getting ripped out of your mind, drinking fucking 18-pack of Bud Light, you know, and having a part. I get that. I also get smoking weed. I get that too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the pain pill thing. I don't get it. I don't get how people live like that.
Is weed a big thing for Cali? How's that? What's your
legal.
stance on that? Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a fan of weed.
Yeah.
I mean, I see the downfall of weed. I mean, right now we have people dying of fentanyl overdoses because
bags
fentanyl's
of
in
weed.
weed.
Yeah.
Fentanyl is in everything now. So you think you're smoking weed, but really there's fentanyl in there, and you're gonna get too much one time. And I mean, we're having people
smoked.
die.
Yeah.
And it's like marijuana. How'd you die of fentanyl?
Yeah.
Well, it's because they're putting it in it.
Yeah.
But then the problem with California that we're seeing with legal marijuana is it's no longer the marijuana of my day that was 6% THC. Now they're trying to get
40%, right,
Yeah.
50%,
I mean, the
right.
regular weed you're smoking.
Yeah.
And then, but you can go further and do the vaping and everything else with the
Yeah.
oils and the
Yeah.
concentrate
Yeah.
that's closer to 100.
Yeah.
And we're seeing instant psychosis. People that don't smoke weed, and you smoke it one time and just that
Because it's
massive
so
level.
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not the marijuana that, I'm just going to, go
Let's
smoke
just
a
get
joint
high,
and
man.
relax.
Yeah, the hippie days, yeah.
So, and then it's the whole thing with it affects your body and everything else. Why would you want to affect your mind?
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
it is for me.
It's
So
real.
I'm
It's really
against
bad
it.
for people under 25. Like
Yeah.
really bad.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Dr. Amen, who's basically the #1 brain surgeon or brain study guy in the whole world, he talks about marijuana, and he's like, marijuana is all right, but you should never smoke it before you're 25 because it takes that long for your brain to fully develop, and the effects on marijuana before 25 are drastic.
On your brain, yeah. So when California when we passed the stupid law that made it legal, they used California to say, look how great it is, and you get tax money for it and everything else. And there it is. It's like, how can we get more money for the government? Let's get everybody stoned and tax them for it. But one of the things that they were saying was this tax revenue. Well, Colorado, what they hid from California, they didn't hide it. California just chose to ignore it, was that the majority of the money that they were making was going to psychological care for high school kids that needed it in school for all of their mental issues now, the depressions and everything else.
Yeah, you want to talk about a real problem.
Yeah.
The real problem is the pharmaceutical shit that they're putting in people.
And food. I mean, we can go down
dude.
the Maha movement.
I know.
Rabbit hole.
Atrazine in the water.
Turn to the frog gay. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
They're all gay frogs. That's right.
Dude, that shit's real.
So real.
When Alex Jones started talking about that, everybody's like, dude, he's crazy.
Shit.
Now come to find out, it's literally the reason, like you said,
With
that these
testosterone,
20-year-old men have the testosterone of a 60-year-old man 20 years ago. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, California, I won't talk about religion. It is a religion, though. But the whole...
You can talk about
I'll blame this on... I got to blame
bro.
this on you because 3 years ago, in February, my wife and I did 75 hard.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
And so
that's why you're freaking jacked.
So we've relatively been healthy. We ate good because my wife went through some cancer and we went down the food route anyway.
Yeah.
And we were relatively healthy. But so it's like, okay, you got to pick a diet for 75 hard. And it's like, well, what are we going to pick?
Yeah.
The McDonald's diet? We can't pick that.
Yeah.
So I come home one day and my wife said, hey, I found this. It's carnivore. And I'm like, I get to eat steak? It's like, okay. So we've been carnivore for 3 years now.
Bet you feel great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but during that whole process, we've been lied to about a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
And so the whole food and healthy and all of those things, the things that we eat.
Have you read fucking RFK's books on this shit?
Yeah.
Bro.
Not all of them. I wish I could read all of them.
Bro.
And I don't even want to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. And you don't laugh at me.
Yeah.
I wish I had the time to read
No, I get it. I get it, bro.
Trust
me.
Yeah. But he's on.
Yeah.
I mean, he's exactly the work he's done for so many years, for decades, fighting an industry that made us unhealthy.
Yeah.
But the whole testosterone thing, back to that comment, it's carbs.
Yeah.
And it was started because a religion didn't want their kids obsessed with sex. So it's like, how can we lower their testosterone? I know. Let's start Kellogg's cereal.
Yeah.
Give them carbs.
Yeah.
No. It started with the low fat movement.
Yeah.
Right? Remember like in the 80s, dude?
Yeah.
Like now we're really talking about, how old are you?
58.
Okay. You're a little older than me. But remember that. Remember how it was all low fat? And then as long as it had low fat, it could have 1,000 grams of carbs and it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1,000 grams of sugar.
And then it went the other way. It went low carb, higher fat. And it just shifts back and forth and back and forth, back and forth. And the reality is that most people are deficient in their protein sources. I mean, and if you get enough protein, dude, like it's funny because all these kids now, you know, they're going on testosterone at 20 years old thinking it's going to fix everything. It's like, bro, protein's the most anabolic shit you could ever put in your body, dude. Like if you put a lot of protein in your body, like more than what they tell you, you're going to get fucking yoked.
Yeah.
It's reality.
So we were going through blood tests because of my wife and cancer. And she gets it all the time, but I would do my yearly blood tests. And my testosterone, and I was 55 at the time, was 640. We started carnivore. And within a year, I was at 950.
Dude.
Damn.
I believe it. I believe it.
So that's the mustache. That's
That's
where
the mustache.
Got it.
I couldn't even grow a mustache.
Bro, I can't believe you're fucking 58.
Dude, you look great.
Yeah.
58.
You look great.
I thought I'm 46. I thought you were maybe like a year older or two than me.
Yeah.
So,
I'm 42.
Yeah. No, you're not. He's fucking 30.
He believed it though.
No, I didn't. As soon as I saw you, I was like, this is one of my kids.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, black don't crack, dog. I could be. You know?
All right, we got thumbs up.
We got our final segment, guys. Final segment of the show. As always, we have thumbs up or dumb as fuck. That's where we bring a headline in, we talk about it, we vote on it, we give it one of these two options. And I figured since we have law enforcement here, we have sheriff of Riverside, there's been a crime that we have to talk about. Headline reads, 12 tons of KitKat bars stolen in chocolatey heist in Europe.
12 tons.
12 fucking tons, dog. That's a lot of KitKat. It's a lot of KitKat.
That's not enough.
No. You like KitKats?
Fucking right.
Bro, they're pretty decent.
Yeah, who doesn't like Kit Kats?
Yeah, those little wafers. I don't like when they do the weird shit, though.
Freezer's
Yeah,
good,
you
man.
have to do freezer.
Yeah, that's a fat boy move.
Yeah, that is.
I get it, dude.
Bro, because it melts by the time
Yeah.
you get.
All right, here's the question, though. Do you eat the Kit Kats? I know you don't. Do you break them off one at a time?
Yes.
No.
Wait, what? You don't, wait.
No, I just
hold
fucking
on.
get in there, man. I just get in there. Is that what you guys do? That's illegal?
It should be illegal. It should be illegal.
I'm
Yeah.
gay? Oh.
You
I'm
have
gay
to.
because I don't break them? No. Joe, do you break them? All right, I didn't think
What?
so.
Joe breaks the rapper.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're
Okay.
telling me you break one
I break
off.
them off. Yeah, I break them off. Unless it's like the two, like the little minis, you know what I'm saying? Where it's just two
Oh,
of
the
them.
Halloween
Yeah,
ones?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
those,
it makes it last longer.
Oh, man.
Well, I mean,
I try
don't-
to just keep eating. Yeah. That's where that 12 tons went.
Yeah, 24,000 pounds. All right,
a
now
lot.
that's not the main story. The main thing on this topic, guys, has been the public response to this because they have a few suspects that they've pinned on social.
Well, it's not
media.
Lizzo.
It's not Lizzo.
She's on Ozempic now. So.
That's right. But yeah, so dive into this. A massive 12-ton shipment of Nestle's Crunch KitKat bars were stolen in a heist that risks causing a shortage in stores right before Easter. KitKat, owned by Swiss food giant Nestle, told AFP on Saturday that, quote, a truck transporting 413,793 units of its new chocolate range has been stolen during transit in Europe. The shipment disappeared last week while heading between production and distribution locations, the company said. We've always encouraged people to have a break with KitKat, a spokesperson told AFP, referring to its famous catchphrase, quote, but it seems thieves have taken the message too literally and made a break with more than 12 tons of our chocolate. Now, they've put a statement out. This is KitKat's official statement. And they reassured people that they are working closely with local authorities and supply chain partners to investigate. The good news.
Here's where they fucked up.
What?
It was going to Poland.
What's that mean?
Poles don't fuck around, bro.
Oh, no. They're going to get you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to get you.
Polish men are fucking hardcore.
Yeah.
And they're serious about the Kit Kats.
Yeah, bro. Well, I mean, who isn't, though?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a.
I'm going to tell you this. Out of all the countries in the world, the ones I wouldn't want to fuck with,
Poland?
fucking right.
Well, they say
Everybody I know that's Polish is like 6'4".
Yeah.
And they're scary.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't fuck with them.
No.
Or their KitKat.
Let them do their thing.
That's right.
Let them, it takes 3 of them to change the light bulb. It's okay.
Yeah.
Just let them do it.
Let them do it. But they but KitKat does say that the good news
You know
is,
that joke, don't you?
Yeah.
How many, you do know the joke?
Yeah.
What's the joke?
Well, it's about their IQ.
How many Polacks it take to screw in a light bulb?
It's 3, right?
Yeah.
One to I don't
One to hold the bulb and 2 to spin the ladder.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But they say that the supply chain is not affected. Everybody will be fine. Now, here's the thing. Social media being social media, they've listed out a few suspects. This is on KitKat's official Twitter. They got
Guilty. That's Randy Fine.
Yeah.
He definitely did it.
He did it. Yeah, he did it. The main
definitely did it.
Main suspect. And the comments.
Did they put this on their fucking thing?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, that's
the
awesome.
comments. No, it's in a reply to
underneath
the
it,
comment.
yeah.
Yeah. Right. I mean, but fuck, the post has over 100 million fucking views.
Wow.
So who else was the suspect?
Okay, so you got Randy Fine, and you got people posting shit like this.
Yeah, not him.
It's not about the chocolate; it's about sending a message. Nobody gets a break. Jordan Belfort, he got in the conversation.
Oh yeah.
He put Floyd Mayweather.
Bro, you say what you want about him. I know him in real
Yeah.
life. That motherfucker's funny as fuck.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. Hell of a life.
He is funny as fuck.
They did the Breaking Bad situation.
Oh, that's funny.
They got
Bro,
yeah.
it's Pritzker and Fine. They teamed up.
Okay. All right.
It's got to be.
They also had this going.
No, it's not him.
You-
That's racist. That's racist. You guys can all clearly see that Bobby has chocolate on his face, but y'all vote for Jamal
Jamal.
because you're racist.
That's right.